Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dudes with Attitude, the podcast where we chronologically go through the WWF Attitude Era. I'm joined by our host, first, the magnificent Brett Evers.
And that's the bottom line, because I saw no tag.
The supreme submission machine, Angelo.
I'll think of something clever at the end of the show.
I'm sure he will. And finally, Mr. No Ego, Weasel Magnific.
Don't make me eat your lunch.
I am your host, the good Dr. Legend, and we are on a journey here. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going through the Attitude Era, pay-per-view by pay-per-view, Raw by Raw, and SmackDown by SmackDown once we get to it. It is going to be a long and arduous journey, folks. We're going to go through, if you guys didn't check out our pilot episode, we kind of talk about our thoughts and feelings, what we think is going to happen. Please check that out. It should be the first video on this channel or on the podcast. But right now, we're going to get down and dirty, guys. So if you guys would like to join us, bring up your Peacock Plus network on your screen. Get ready to hit play when I say so, because we're going to jump right into this, guys. The nitty-gritty Survivor Series 1997 Gang Rules. I have to admit, I haven't watched this show since it came out live. So that begs the question, guys. Where were you when this show was going on live? What were you doing, Brett?
I was probably in my bedroom doing anything but watching it because we didn't have cable. So, but I'm sure we had the internet, so I'm sure I was right there on the computer, refresh,
Oh,
to see what happened. And I just remember after the event that it was so dramatic. It made the news. I do remember it was on the news, the late night news. I was like, wow.
Wow. If you guys don't know this show, it's probably the most infamous incident in wrestling history. So, yeah, get ready for it.
Try not to spoil it there, so hopefully I didn't spoil it. But yeah.
Weasel, how about you? Where were you when Survivor Series
Man,
97?
I'd probably be at this time. I'd be at my house because it was obviously a Sunday, and I might have been trying to watch it because this was back when the pay-per-views would come on like a pay-per-view channel that would be like have the squiggly lines on it, like the old HBO stuff. Yeah, scrambled
You had a
TV.
black
So.
box.
So no, I didn't have the black box, but it would come in scrambled. So sometimes you could hear a couple words here and there.
Yeah,
So I may
yeah.
have tried to do that, but if not, then I wouldn't have known what happened until Monday. And I wasn't in tune with the business at the time, so yeah, I was confused as confused as fuck at the ending of the pay-per-view.
Well, my brother and I, I think I was 14 years old at the time. I was in my first year of high school. I was watching it live in my bedroom with one of my best friends from high school. But my poor brother was not with me that day. Angelo, where were you?
So it was my 8th grade Spanish class. Every year he took the class to a really nice Mexican restaurant. And this Mexican restaurant, they like it when people speak Spanish. So part of the extra credit was to go to this restaurant and only speak Spanish to the servers, to each other. So it happened to be on the night of Survivor Series 97. So all I can think about on that bus ride home was who won, Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart. So I get home and my brother, I don't know if I should spoil it or not, but I get told the results and I could not believe the results. And they said, you got to watch the tape. And I'm like 13. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what actually happened. So it was, yeah, I won't go further, but that's where I was when it happened.
Yeah. So I will say this: the moment that happened between Brett and Shawn, there's like a bathroom adjacent to my bedroom. There's a door and everything. And I was using the bathroom during the match, and I opened the door while I was washing my hands to watch it. And my buddy, I'll never forget this. He literally goes up. I wasn't even watching the match, but I was just washing my hands, like sneaking a peek. And once in a while, he goes, "Ha ha, Shawn won." I'm like, "Yeah, right." And I turn around, and I see the bell ringing. I see like Shawn freaking out. I'm like, what's going on? Are you serious? He goes, "Yeah, I thought it was a joke." I'm like, "Oh my, what?" And so we waited. I was recording it on a tape, and I was waiting for the pay-per-view to finish, because I want to rewind it and see what happened. And I watched it 6 or 7 times, and we couldn't understand. Like this is back before. Like I know Ken Shamrock was in the WWE at the time, but this is before tapping out was a big thing. So usually the wrestler would just shake his head, and the referee would wait a little bit, and he'd give the signal. And so we were like, did Brett give the signal? And then we see him like go for Shawn's leg and take him down. We're like, yeah, but he was still wrestling. We had no idea. We didn't understand. And that's kind of the intricacy of this whole event. That it's marred in this controversy, but we're gonna watch the entire freaking pay-per-view and watch whatever build-up and whatever glorious matches the Attitude Era is known for. So buckle up, guys. Make sure you got your Peacock stream ready, because we're about to get to this. Before we go, guys, what are you snacking on? What are you drinking? We're in for a long haul.
I got popcorn and water.
I just got no sugar, wild cherry Pepsi, and water. I had a huge lunch, so hopefully I won't be snacking.
I got a vitamin water, I got a Red Bull, and I got my trusty Lucas right here.
You still eating that crap?
What are you
Yeah.
like? What are you, 7 years old?
I can't stop it. I need my citric acid fix.
I'm doing the nerd thing, guys. I got a bunch of these in my fridge. I'm drinking on my Mountain Dew Code Red, and I got Chex Mix.
Good combo.
I used to not be a big fan of Code Red, but it's grown on me as of like some of the newer flavors that came out were ass. But Mountain Dew, if you want to sponsor this show, I promise to give those flavors a second chance. All right, guys, let us start the stream. We're diving into the Attitude Era. Okay, get ready to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Ooh. Oh, so the why did they show the flashback to Survivor Series 1992, their first match?
No, that was WrestleMania 12.
Yeah, that's WrestleMania 12.
Yeah, I know. Why didn't they show the Survivor Series match? Because they're like at one apiece here, and this is like the deciding match.
Because that's all that matters,
Shawn
Yeah, they probably.
Yeah. Shawn wasn't he wasn't really over yet. It like just won the IC title and was like barely into the start of his heel run in '92.
Wow.
Shawn looks like good in back then. He looks like retarded right now with his lazy eye.
He looks really good. He's like in tip-top shape. Those Percocets really helped him stay young.
Holy moly.
Well, this is the time when Brett started doing the
Horse tranquilizers.
no, when he started doing the figure 4 across the rope or across the
pole.
The ring post.
The pole, yeah.
Look at that spit. Oh, and he hits the under. That was one of my favorite moments.
So mad. I'm such an Undertaker mark, and when that happened, I was furious. I was like, fuck Shawn Michaels. Fuck him up his ass. Knowing that Bad Blood pay-per-view, was it In Your House, Bad Blood, where he fought Taker in Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
I was like,
my
oh,
God.
Shawn is so freaking dead. And then Kane came out. What a fucking prick.
Yeah, look at the elbow drop, man.
Savage.
He was the complete red. Oh, the moonsault. Oh,
Whoa.
Wow. Ugh.
the DX.
Kids.
China.
I forgot he was the European champion at this time too.
Yeah, he was. He had beaten Bulldog at the Ish Only pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Gang rules.
Karate fighters.
They're like, here's this hardcore action by Milton Bradley, Karate Fighters.
The old pyro.
Oh my god.
Sentinel Bell.
Look at that entrance set. It's so sad. There's no Titantron or anything.
It
Yeah,
almost.
these were the 97 and the 98s. They kept them real small.
The
They
diet
didn't start
years.
going. Yeah, they didn't start going bigger until later.
But funny how the SummerSlam this year had that tiny entrance with the long walkway.
They blurred out a sign that
They
said
already
something.
blurred it out.
What did it say? Something
We're in the
like that.
edited version, guys. It's the edited version.
I might have to break out the the classic releases. We're in Montreal, Canada.
Montreal.
They did so many shows and pay-per-views in Canada during this period. It felt like we were in Canada every other week.
But why would they like call it Gang Rules in Montreal, dude? Isn't Montreal just like, don't they just eat like pea soup and drink wine there?
Yeah, remember this is Quebec. So
Quebec,
French
dude.
Canadians.
The Quebec.
Did you see Dark Side of the Ring, the Dino Bravo episode? Like
Oh.
the French gangsters were like,
I would be so mad
Way
if they
over.
flew that fucking blimp during the show and I couldn't see the match. I'm like, you bastard. I will sink this blimp.
dude, that blimp lasted for years and years
What
and
the-
years. What did you do?
Buffering.
I'm getting a stream stall.
Buffering.
Oh, fail.
Wow.
Fail.
Sorry, guys. I'll let you know if it comes back up. I obviously am not having internet issues because we're chatting and hanging out here, but
Wow, Peacock. Epic fail, Peacock.
yeah.
There it goes. Oh,
We're back. Press
You
play.
can turn it up a little bit. I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just. Oh, I didn't realize how low the
Hey.
volume was.
Okay.
There's a Spanish announce team. I always wondered, whenever the Spanish announce team's table got destroyed, what happened at the broadcast? Because they acted like they were knocked out forever. It was like, they'd be like, holy, blah, 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 and then boom, the table would break, and then the Spanish, the people
There
watching the
you go.
broadcast, are they fucked?
Well,
French
French
commentary team.
Hey, Ray Rougeau, I loved him.
Ray Rougeau.
are we getting the headbangers?
We're all American boys.
Oh no, I can still just barely hear it.
the headbangers.
There we go. That's good. Right there.
And then who are those? The Briscoe or who
No,
are
the
they?
new Blackjacks.
That's the new Blackjack.
Okay,
Oh,
Look
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw.
And,
Those
Headshot. I
handlebars.
forget who else that was.
Let's just here's a formula for WWE. If you add new anything to your tag team or personal name, you are done. Your gimmick is dead.
Yep.
Yes.
Remember the new Rockers?
Yeah, the new Rockers, the new Midnight
Cassidy.
The new
Express.
Rockers? Was that right before this too?
Yeah, it was right before.
Crack this bad boy open. Is he wearing a diaper?
Granny panties, baby. God, the headbangers.
I'm surprised they
like,
didn't
God,
censor that
those
blood.
guys.
The Godwins are heels?
Yeah.
If they're with Sunny, yeah. Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies
you
and
definitely know
gentlemen,
they're
boys
heels.
and
Look at the
girls,
shirt he's
children.
wearing.
Of all ages. Dudes with Attitude is proud to present the worst tag team of the Attitude Era. The Road Dogg Jesse James. The Badass Billy Gunn. The Can't Wrestle Outlaws.
Oh man.
I can't stand these guys. I swear to God. These guys held their belts for as long as they did because they were a talk. They were in the ring. They could barely perform. They were horrid. They didn't even have a freaking tag team combo maneuver. Everybody else did but them. I can't stand them.
Hey, quick trivia question for all of you guys. Who did the New Age Outlaws beat to win their first WWF Tag Team Championship? Ding, 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 Dr.
Man, that's what I was
Legend.
gonna say.
That's
Oh.
also why I don't
LOD
like them.
2000?
Because they shaved Hawk's head for heat. Yeah, they got heat, but like they don't tell me in kayfabe that those two clowns could beat the crap out of Legion of Doom. There is no feasible way.
Absolutely not. The only thing they could do is continue doing their little weasel wins here and there. But yeah, I couldn't see it legitimately happening.
That
Yeah,
shit
I mean, they
got
were
old.
heels. That was WWE. That's still WWE thing. The
Here we
heels
go.
weasel their way into victory.
So it's Wyndham and Henry. Oh, it's Phineas.
Did he take his shirt off?
Didn't he become Morda
Mordecai?
something with an M?
Midian. It was
Midian, yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
right. This
Wow,
is the first match we have to watch to kick off. I mean, it's a classic Survivor Series match. I'm happy for that. But this is what's supposed to get the crowd off their feet. These jokers.
He did 2 tackles and he left the ring. What kind of
Look at at the back sweat on this fuck. He's not even. He was in the ring for like 10 seconds.
Now they're
Yeah,
gonna do a test of strength, really?
Bet you it's baby oil.
Jesus Christ, baby.
Oh,
All right, that was cool. I like that. We need to see more of that.
And a body slam. There you go.
Look
There's a
how
wrestling move.
great shape JBL is in.
Not really.
I mean, like compared to what he was as champion.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's also what?
I mean,
8
he's
years
also
younger.
like 10,
I know
10
people.
years
People
before
like
that.
to give him shit. I love JBL. I thought he was fantastic.
yeah, he played the role perfectly. I liked him the most in the APA with Farouk.
Is this classic WWE? Look how bright it is inside the arena. Like you can see everything and everywhere. Like you can see empty seats in the arena and like stuff like that. Like that doesn't seem like classic WWE to me. I feel like it'd be way darker.
I believe they used that for the Raws more. The Raws were darker, but I can't remember the pay-per-views if they continue to get darker because I wouldn't watch them regularly. But
Nobody wants to tag in.
What is this
Because
nonsense?
you gotta remember the Raws were taped, like they would be live and then they would tape the next week. So some of them would be darker because people would leave after the first taping.
So Bradshaw and Henry. Oh wow, poor Henry would get canceled for wearing that shirt now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you're a heel. You gotta
Especially
get
if
heel
he's
heat.
fighting a guy called the Blackjack.
Yeah. There's another tackle.
You
This
gotta
is-
love the politically
That-
incorrectness of wrestling.
That got Brett.
It never clicked before until someone else said it.
For you guys not watching live,
Side
he's wearing the
version.
stars as bars under his overalls. So, and
the second
Billy
place,
wearing a
what flag
Texas
is on
t-shirt?
Billy Gunn's shirt?
Texas.
Texas.
Surprised you don't remember Texas. I mean, I guess at least Texas is. It's a lot better than wearing the Confederate flag.
Yeah. This is big hoss wrestling right now.
For a Survivor Series match, this is paced so slowly. Usually it's
So
like
how
boom, 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 get your spot, get your pin.
Yeah, how much would you say these guys are weighing? Like 280, 260?
At least.
The Godwin's
Yeah,
got to be
minimum.
300 a pop. I would have guessed
Yeah.
Bradshaw's in that
Yeah, I
range.
mean, they
too.
might be like
He's a
280,
big boy.
290. I don't think they're quite 300, but
That's crazy. Yeah, you wouldn't
The
have like
abdominal
a.
stretch pin.
What?
What is this horse shit? You are a. He got him.
He
With
got
an
him?
abdominal
Survivor
stretch pin?
Series.
He
Well,
got him?
I know you could lose to like a clothesline in the Survivor Series because that's how it works. When the fuck does a big guy like Bradshaw do an abdominal stretch pin? That's like Yokozuna doing an inside cradle.
Yeah, it's very odd.
except for Yokozuna would never be able to roll over to complete the cradle. I mean, can you imagine that? You have to go down and roll across his back and not crush the head of
The
the
dude
guy.
wouldn't kick out because he's not breathing.
Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
suffocate.
This is like the fourth
Not real.
gimmick they put on Wyndham the last like 2 years. They had like the stalker, and then okay, we'll slap this gimmick on him.
Wait,
Yeah, they put everything on Wyndham. Oh,
wait, are you saying that's Barry Windham?
Yeah, it says
believe
Blackjack
it is, yeah.
Wyndham. Yeah.
That's
I believe
Barry
that's Barry
Windham.
Windham, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh
Barry
my
Windham.
god, he does. God,
gotta
I'm
remember
used to
this-
him, the blonde hair.
Yeah, well, that, yeah, because that's 80s, this is
He
90s.
really let himself go.
He's like
10
almost
years.
he's like almost 40 right now during
Yeah.
this match.
Easily. I think he's in
To a
his-
clothesline.
him.
He got him with the
The
clothesline.
There you go, the clothesline.
This motherfucker
Dreaded
used to
clothesline.
wrestle 90-minute time limit draws with Ric Flair. Got beat by Phineas I. Godwin by a clothesline.
oh,
Welcome
no.
to the WWF.
Oh,
It's like the Headbangers were a tag team. I always like. I had so much apathy for. Like I did not care about you guys.
Yeah, I could not relate to the headbangers at all.
This is, I mean, it was picking up pretty good, and now they're dragging, they're rest holding. These guys were, the headbangers weren't even in the damn match. They just started now.
The Outlaws haven't even wrestled yet.
Oh, that's right.
Wonderful
You all
drag
didn't
toe
tag
hold. He had to hike up his skirt. Why?
That's the one thing I really hated about the Headbangers. What the heck was up with their attire? It was like these big long T-shirts.
I think they were supposed to be like ravers, but like ravers that are just about to go to bed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We lost. We got Weasel
Yeah,
back.
they were. Well, I think they were supposed to like metalheads. Like this headbanger,
Yeah.
like mosh pit.
Yeah. Mosh and
But, I mean,
Thrash. or
come
whatever
on.
their name.
When have you ever seen a well, maybe it wasn't metal, maybe it was like they were supposed to be like punk or whatever. I don't know. That's why I can never relate, because I'm like, who the hell would wear a skirt to any metal or rock concert? Yeah, I mean, it just didn't never. I was like, never made sense.
There we go.
Okay.
What'd you do? Hit the wrong button?
Yeah, I know. I hit a button. Yeah, HP sent something to me, and I hit it, and it just sent me off on a quest.
Don't worry. Both of our viewers missed you.
All two of them.
Are we live streaming?
No, we're not live yet. I don't think I gotta see how it works, because God knows what Chris is gonna say to get us all canceled. He already ripped that Owen Hart joke in the last show, so
Did we get any crap for that?
I don't think so. Like I said, both people didn't care.
To be honest, I still haven't even watched the episode.
This Montreal crowd does not like Billy Gunn.
I can't hear what they're chanting. What are they chanting?
I hope it's not the F word, because that's what I think I'm hearing.
Yeah.
This is the Attitude Era. Remember, they don't give a shit.
And they were also in Montreal, so they could have been doing something in French Canadian.
Oh my God. This match is slowed down. I mean, it's never really kicked up except for that stupid abdominal stretch bit.
I mean, my real question is, I wonder what the dark match was for this pay-per-view.
There wasn't one.
Really? They didn't do a dark match?
I'm on the Wikipedia right now. There's no dark match.
Oh man,
What was that?
terrible opening match, man. Terrible opening match.
Look at this. He made the tag. Referee didn't see it, but he allowed it. Look at that. Poor referee.
Just like he planned it.
No tag.
No tag.
I mean, I don't know what this move was. I don't know what Thrasher was, or Mosh. I don't really care.
There they go. Crowd's on their feet. Pumped.
That's the worst thing, is I used to remember all these guys. Now I'm like, yeah.
The crowd is
like,
cheering because they
that
want
makes-
this match to be over and bring out the next act.
Probably not. If I remember correctly, none of these matches were completed.
That's probably why everyone only remembers the screw job.
I think so.
I do know of one other match on this card. It's a rematch from SummerSlam.
Right to the eyes.
Guys, do something. This is like
I
the
remember
fourth
that they
arm lock.
they do a Hart Foundation versus like American guys match.
American guys.
Well, I can't remember. I think Austin Goldust.
Austin is not in that match. I can tell you that
No,
for sure.
or was it Vader?
Vader's
Vader
in it now. Vader's in it.
And the Patriot. The Patriot's in that match.
No, he was
Oh,
gone.
was he gone by then?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
then
was
I don't
on.
know.
He had like 4 matches in WWE. They
And they were
hyped him
all
up
to
so
job to
much.
Brett.
I was a Patriot mark. I love that guy. And then he
It was
got
just
like,
a job about to Brett.
yeah,
My favorite.
it was a classic jobber. They're like, let's build this guy up so Brett could beat him.
Yeah.
He had some great names: the Patriot Missile, the Uncle Slam.
Oh, that's right, the Uncle Slam. That's the full Nelson thing. Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised no one took that move. Usually when someone does a cool move, people steal it like real fast. Like Randy Orton couldn't wait for DDP to get fired by WWE so he could take the Diamond Cutter.
Yeah.
He stole that so quick. I love the RKO, but man, DDP is the Diamond Cutter. When I see it, it just looks so smooth.
Yeah.
I think what kills Randy is
DDP always does that little pause before he drops.
because Randy has to jump when he does it, and sometimes he jumps, he mistimes it, so it doesn't look right when he lands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how exciting this match is, guys. We're talking about wrestlers not in the Attitude Era.
The best Diamond Cutter, though, if you guys recall, TBS had this thing called Dinner in a Movie where they had these two guys or a guy and a girl show you how to cook something, and then TBS would play a movie. They show up to the Nitro set one time and they start talking all this shit to DDP. Like, oh, you're going to show me the cookie cutter? And then he diamond cuts the guy. And the guy's like, out. I mean, WCW did one thing right. They sold the diamond cutter as the most devastating finisher ever.
On that whole NWO thing too. But
That's why I hate the F5. He's got to do it like 57 times to somebody to pin him. Like, that is the coolest move that they've ever created. And it should be like one and done. Like, oh, here comes Roman Reigns. Here's take 40 of them.
Well, the problem is
That move, yeah.
that's John Laurinaitis booking right there. That's all Japan bullshit. Kick out of finishers.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but this arena is really empty. You guys see the back end right there by the entrance? In the upper levels?
Oh,
I thought
wow.
it was are you sure? Because I thought it was a sellout.
That's
That's
what they'll
20,000.
tell you.
yeah, they might
20,000
have carved
people.
off those seats because of
Look
the,
at that. You can see in the front
entrance.
row they're empty seats. Look at
What's
right
the
there.
first? It's the first match, though.
He get him with the
He
giant
got him.
whoopsie.
He got him.
I actually think that was one of their finishing moves. Was that at the top rope?
Was
where
this
he
guy a
jumps over?
Doink? Because that was Doink's finisher.
Was it really?
The giant whoopsie?
Yeah, that's right. It was. Did he call it the whoopee cushion?
Whoopee cushion.
Remember Evil Doink?
Oh God, Bradshaw is not like those are. He is shooting on this guy.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, Bradshaw was known to be rough in the ring.
Until Joey Styles knocked him out.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, Joey Styles knocked him the fuck out in the dressing room.
Jeez.
I remember eventually we're gonna get to the brawl for all.
Oh man, I can't wait for that.
I don't know how many of you guys watched Dark Side of the Ring, but they had the brawl for all episode, and Vince Russo legit on the episode said, "I came up with the idea solely to see Bradshaw get knocked the f out."
And he got his wish. And it was
And
incredible.
He said he wanted it to happen a lot sooner than it did, and he actually was really concerned in the final. Bradshaw would actually
got
win.
pinned.
He got what?
He
got
kicked
knocked
out
out.
at 2.5, and they say he got pinned. He
Oh.
got beat
Oh, and
with
here.
a roll up. Are you kidding
It's
me? This,
Survivor Series.
so we know. Yeah. Well, I guess what this match is designed to get over. You see this? He points to his bald head. What is he supposed to see? His reflection? You see that? What does that mean? Am I missing something? Am I missing a gimmick? Is he like
Maybe he
pointing to
was
his head?
saying something.
He's like, I'm a headbanger. See my head? There's the kick.
Oh.
Oh, I guess we know who the survivors are going to be.
Well, this match is designed to get one team over.
Will this be enough?
We're the tag champs at this time.
I don't know. Was it Owen and Bulldog?
I want to say it was.
Oh
but
no! Please don't do this.
Is it the pump handle?
No, it's another abdominal stretch.
Oh yeah. I heard Gary Law. There's another abominable stretch.
Before Thrasher was able to counter out of it with a hip lock.
The hip lock.
Yeah, blind tag.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
There it goes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Completely missed it.
Oh.
He missed it by like 6 feet.
He got beat by the... That's how pathetic Thrasher is. He got beat by the sound of air clapping onto the canvas.
And look at how unimpressed he looks.
Oh, you know what? I'll give credit to Billy Gunn. That is a dangerous move, and he wasn't trying to hurt him. But could he have thought of anything else? Like, it looked like he was trying to do a leg drop, but he landed on his feet.
He left it a mile, yeah. Boo, but what about, have you guys seen Billy Gunn?
He was trying to do something else, and then while he was in the midair, he like decided, nope, not gonna do that, not gonna make it.
Oh, we're gonna watch it.
Here we go.
Oh, look at the angle. Yeah, like see the angle?
Oh,
They made
yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
like,
gonna
it
show
looked
the
like he
shitty
was-
angle.
Yeah.
There's a
Like he was just
WCW
a
sign in
full-on
the
leg
crowd.
drop and then realized, I need to drop my other leg.
Oh, boy.
Kevin Dunn for us. Kevin Dunn, the hero. Making everybody look good.
What did we
What do we
pause
got
for?
next?
Is this a hockey arena?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I believe so.
that's where the Canadians play.
What the?
Oh, the
hey.
Truth Commission. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Undertaker is not a homo. What?
Wow.
Do we really need a sign for that?
Kurgan the Interrogator. The Claw.
Kurgan. What were they supposed to be making fun of with this?
The South African Truth and Justice Commission.
Oh, jeez, really?
Why? Why make...
Because this was the
Vince
era.
McMahon.
Dude, this is the peak of factions. This is like when factions ruled everything in wrestling. They
Yeah,
had
that's true.
factions. So they just took all these jobbers and said, "Here's our Truth Commission with the red berets."
Vince is like, if you're super big and you're a genetic freak, I will make you a star, or I will try my damnedest.
The inspirational leader of the Truth Commission with some sort of David Koresh-like tendencies, in my view.
Is that Cyrus the Virus?
Yeah, I think so.
A little weird.
Who the hell is he facing? Is this guy announcing in French?
It's going to be the
Yeah.
DOA Disciples of Apocalypse coming up next.
Yeah, the ring announcer was only announced in French this whole event.
Really?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Tons of,
Pre-Taker.
What are they called again?
There's Crush. There's Fake Taker. There's
Fake Taker.
Stone Cold Jobber #1 and Stone Cold Jobber #2.
I like the sign in the crowd that said Ask 316.
Disciples of Apocalypse, that's what they were, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's
I
their
think
beef
TNA had a better biker gimmick with the.
Who was theirs?
Not even, are you going to say Aces and Eights?
Aces and Eights was
Oh,
better.
what?
I'm
no.
so
I
glad I
think there's
never
a lot of
watched.
people on the internet would disagree with you on that.
I'm so glad I never
A lot
watched
of
TNA
people
during this
disagree.
time.
Would
It's good, dude.
disagree.
TNA is like the worst wrestling ever. Like that's like there was some bad shit.
You were a mark for that though, like a big one.
Only like
Well, me and Angelo were, yeah.
Yeah, you two were.
for a couple of years, and then Vince Russo took over, and they started doing Christmas gimmicks with Awesome Kong, and they fucked it up.
Yeah, I remember.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say, like, I remember being on the couch hanging out with you guys, and you know, you, Angelo, and you guys were talking about how you guys wanted to buy. You were like, man, I can't wait for it to go private or go public. It's gonna happen any day now. TNA is gonna go public.
I
Never
never
did.
that.
I remember.
Anyone-
I remember. I had my $13 WWE stock, and you said that's crazy. Look at me now. I'm $10 richer.
It was $13 a share. I don't remember it being that high until like a couple of years ago.
Oh, don't
As I
you?
remember my uncle bought me WWE stock right after the Attitude Era. I
You
felt
still
so bad.
have it?
He bought it for, yeah, I still have all shares. He bought it for like $20 a share, and it got as low as like $5 a share for
Yeah,
like
so-
years and years and years. And it didn't go up until the network. And then when the network hit, the shares are now like $40, $50 a share. So it took
Why are
like a
these
decade
strippers
plus for those shares to
wrestling
get
in
back.
vests? I don't want
That, that's nuts.
Called me a wrestling purist, but take off your damn vest.
Well, what is it about like wrestling where everyone has to be like something else, like wrestling plumbers and wrestling dentists and
That was the WWE shtick. Whatever you went into the office and they asked you like what you're good at or what your hobbies are, and that's what you got stuck with.
Nobody wants to see like wrestling the broker. Everybody hated IRS.
Well, that was
Oh,
a
no,
good gimmick though.
He
over.
made that
Dude, he
gimmick
just
work.
went. Kurgan pinned him with the side slam.
Did he just
Who's-
pin him?
Who's all right?
Yes.
Which
I guess
which
so.
classic Hulkamania era wrestlers finisher was the side slam?
Big Boss Man.
Eh.
Big Boss Man was the pickup slam.
The Boss Man slam. Here's
Side
a hint.
slam.
We're in his country.
Recon tagging out the interrogator.
Was it I
Dino
can't remember
Bravo?
his name. No,
Dino Bravo.
Dino Bravo. Oh
The
man.
side slam.
Should have known that. Dark side of the ring.
Yeah.
That's a good episode too. If you guys haven't, I think they're all on Hulu now.
I think I've watched
Go
them all.
watch them.
Watch them.
They're so good.
He was a psychopath. Dino, right?
No, Dino
Like-
was
like when he-
level-headed.
Wasn't he in there with
got
the
in
mob?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, he got in
mob?
with the mob, yeah. He was running illegal cigarettes.
Look at this little. What is Spike Dudley doing up there?
That's the Jackal, man. Cyrus the Virus.
I never knew he wrestled.
Yeah, I didn't either. I would just say there's a guy with long hair that looks creepy. Is that Cyrus?
Is that Cyrus? That's Don Callis? That's Don Callis, right?
It's Don
Oh, yeah,
Callis.
that does look like Don Callis.
It is
That
him.
is Don.
Holy, is it Don? It's Don?
It's him.
Oh,
Look out!
got a lot of hair.
Another
There's
Dino
the side
Bravo.
slam. Oh, he got him. 1, 2.
The second one in a row, pinned by a side slam.
I guess turnabout's fair play, and he was turned about before he was
Oh
slammed.
my
I'm
god.
more shocked that that was Don Callis.
And now the sniper in.
Well,
Again, we're
So
not
who's
sure.
so it's just the 3 guys: Recon, Sniper, and the Interrogator.
We know that's
How do you remember their names?
I think he has the Wikipedia.
I've got the Wikipedia
So-
open.
yeah,
Oh, no
so
wonder I.
so
he's
we're here with,
pretending to be smarter than all of us.
we're here with pretty chill Stefan Ostin.
I understand.
JR, the quicker you learn that I do whatever I want because of those 3 men.
How shitty does that have to
the
be?
easier
Like
we're
you're a
gonna
bald
have it out
guy, you have a goatee, and you're in the same company as Austin. All right, go try to make a name for yourself, kid. Good luck.
Well, both of them are. It's the Harris brothers. They look exactly the same.
I'm surprised when Austin was a heel, he didn't try to do like the switcheroo gimmick with these guys. you
I think it's
imagine?
because they're too tall. Austin's a lot shorter than they are.
I mean, that would make it
think
even
those-
funnier.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Demolition did it with freaking Crush.
Well, you know what that was about, right? The original Smash from Demolition looked a lot like Axe, but then they switched them. They got a new Smash, but they kept the gimmick and said they look alike.
They did not look anything alike.
But they
Yeah.
sold it as they still looked alike, so they
No,
can pull them.
I'm talking about when Crush joined the team.
Yeah, they carried
do.
that gimmick.
This
Yeah, I
dude
remember
lost,
Crush joined
and he's
it
now
because,
commentating.
It was because Axe, the guy who played Axe, he couldn't perform anymore. He had like stenosis. His back had degenerated. It had gotten so bad. They brought in Crush so that the team could continue to perform nightly on the road, and Axe wouldn't have to wrestle every match.
Oh yeah, Bill Eadie. That guy retired before the team
Yeah.
closed out, which is the same, but you know, he had a good run.
Demolition was dope.
Yeah, they'll never be in the Hall of Fame though.
Why?
Never.
Sad.
They're suing
So sad.
WWE. They have a concussion lawsuit with WWE. It's been like going on for years.
And it's a shame because Demolition should be in there.
If Coco Beware can get in,
Coco
squeeze
Beware?
Demolition
Whoa.
a spot. Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame.
Is it 2-on-1? No, it's 2-on-2.
Recon has been eliminated.
Recon. God.
Recon.
Now it's Sniper and Kurgan, or the Interrogator, are left.
What about that, Jackal? That's not right.
Can you imagine they're handing out wrestling names and gimmicks? You are a sniper. What?
Yeah, yeah.
What does sniping have to do with wrestling?
And you just gotta take it. Like if you can't even like from watching the Bruce Pritchard stuff, like you can't even like argue it. You'll try to go run to Vince's office, and then you'll walk out convinced of the greatest idea.
I guess Vince is a good convincer of stuff.
Vince is like, do you want to make money or do you want to be fired? Now
Yeah.
now carry this garbage can to the ring, Josie. You're
He was one of my He was one of my favorite wrestlers.
How dare you go after Duke?
All right.
His
How dare
gimmick
you
was
guys.
he was
How dare you?
He's a garbage.
he's a garbage man.
He was still my favorite wrestler for years.
Yeah,
How dare you.
I like Duke.
Remember his entrance music was just the reverse on the drum.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn you, Peacock. Okay.
Oh, Kurgan just let out some.
So who's in the ring right now? It's the Harris brother and then Crush are the only guys left.
Yeah, one of the Harris brothers and Crush and
Peacock
Kurgan
stalling
and
again.
Sniper.
There we go.
There you go.
Drops the elbow.
I don't know why it's buffering. It's not like anyone uses Peacock.
He walks up to Crush and tries to tag
And
him.
he's
Crush
like,
is
there's a tag. There was no tag, but the ref's like, dang it, that's the spot.
Crush is like, I don't
Mike
want to
Chioda.
wrestle. Right?
He saw no tag, but he still allowed it.
Was his name Coma Crush or Coma Crush?
Kona.
K-O-N-A.
Kona.
Fucking Peacock.
Ooh.
I'll give him credit. When you do rest holds, do something unique. This looks painful, and it's not a headlock. It's not a chitlock. It's not the Ionian nerve grip.
Oh, he's gone.
As the 7-foot, 388-pound interrogator looks on. Where did this guy come from?
Oh, he might
Where
be.
did he come from?
Will say that this man is without a doubt, this man is the biggest man. But he is yet to be unleashed.
I think it's hilarious how you get eliminated from your own match and you just grab a headset and start talking smack.
I love pro wrestling.
Oh, so good. I don't love Peacock.
Appreciate your motivation.
Oh my god, I don't know why it's stalling.
Tag mate. And your man Sniper is
Here
in
we go. Oh.
pretty bad
Oof.
Just some. I mean, we're getting. You know what? I like the idea of Survivor Series. Like back in the day when they didn't have weekly shows, they were just doing it as a pay-per-view to see these kind of like. It was great for continuing storylines and stuff like that. The classic Survivor Series matches. But they need to move. I honestly think they just need to retire the Survivor Series. It's gone way beyond like what it was meant to be. It's evolved past it, and it's. I mean, it's almost sad to see it now because, like, what's the point of what are the stakes? Like, I think the last time they had any stakes was a few years ago. Didn't they do that thing where John Cena would be fired? He had to put a team together against the Authority.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, the side slam. Is that this clown's finisher?
Yeah.
Oh, Iron Claw.
On clock too.
Either way, he just got him.
Third side slam in the match, folks. We're gonna have a side slam counter. Diesel's not even here. Oh.
Ooh, there he goes.
Are they like trying to get the Truth Commission over or what?
You know, I never realized that they hyped him up so much. Like, I never even knew that Don Callis was the mouthpiece on. I didn't even know he was on commentary for this long.
We got a special guest joining the podcast.
I didn't even know it was Don Callis. So.
I only found that out yesterday watching Wrestling with Regret.
I didn't even know who Don Callis is. I just knew it was Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah, he's the pretty boy, the mouthpiece.
He's still a mouthpiece.
There's still a bunch of marks here in Canada, man. They're booing him properly.
I'm not afraid of anything except for one thing, and that is looking into my eyes at the end of the night and seeing disappointment.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
good strength.
Kurgan's like waiting. You were waiting to get in there to break it up, and he was like, I'm too early.
Oh, there it is.
God, no. If you lose to this Crush, don't lose, you prick. You 4 side slams.
Oh.
4 side slams.
Jim Ross.
What are you? You gotta be nuts. Are you kidding me? Look at the mug on that guy. Ugh.
Oh, ugly.
The interrogator made sure
I don't know why it's buffering.
And in a year and a half, this clown will be in the oddities.
Yeah, the oddities.
Right?
All this build up for what? Oh, I see a Pillman sign. Didn't he just die before this event happened?
He died that year, I think.
I know he died this year, but like, wasn't it like right before the Survivor Series?
I think he died before that.
We're going to see great things from the Truth Commission, in my view.
I'd say he died before SummerSlam.
No, he was in it because he had a match against Goldust
Was he?
at SummerSlam '97. I think it was. God, why is? I'm not on Wi-Fi either. I am hard connected.
That's nuts.
That's a good.
That's
That's a good
weird.
move.
I meant that you're. Yeah, it shouldn't be buffering if you're wired in.
I've got. Oh, I'm 100 megs a second down. I got some fast speeds.
That's weird. We just peacock.
Sidewalk slam.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody.
Someone's injured in the match, guys.
Oh.
Kurgan called it. Kurgan's calling. He's throwing the X's up.
Sell it! Sell it!
Because guys, our careers are over because we're in this match.
Tonight,
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
bro, guess how Kurgan won?
How?
Side slam.
Ah! Should have had a side slam drinking game.
Oh no.
We're gonna have a side slam.
I've
counter.
learned about drinking games and wrestling when we watch it. Does not go well at all.
This dude's Canadian, but he looks like he's from Kansas.
The Quebec. Rumor has it they don't want to be a part of Canada.
Oh yeah, no, they never.
The Quebec party, their only goal is to take over, and then we want Quebec to ourselves. Canada, you could take the rest.
The weird part is they just want the Quebec territory, so it was literally split Canada in two.
Yeah.
Whose mask was that guy wearing?
I wasn't even looking.
They're in Canada, and this dude's got a New York shirt hat on.
Certainly a variety of opinions, and you're looking at a live
He
Gang
really likes New
rules.
York.
beautiful Montreal. And certainly what a
Can you imagine being the
Well,
camera
it was-
guy who loves wrestling, but you have to do the outdoor shots and you can't watch any matches?
Yeah, you're out stuck the whole time out there. That'd be a bummer.
Oh, this is when it was the Molson Center. Now it's the Bell Center.
Molson.
Centre Bell.
Online room,
Oh
Kevin.
boy.
Boy, the perfect accompaniment to the
Hey!
Kevin.
What are they doing? Kevin Kelly!
What happened to Kevin Kelly?
America Online. I don't know what happened to him. Look at those chonker laptops.
Austin's like, how many times can you type ass per minute?
Stone Cold, I know everybody's talking to you, asking questions online about your match.
Stupid questions. How's my neck? Am I concerned about the neck? You're damn right I am.
His neck already did it already break?
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
Steve Austin doesn't
Oh,
sink.
yeah,
So you're
'cause
damn
that was
right
at
I'm worried about it,
SummerSlam.
but that's
Yeah, SummerSlam '97. The
the bottom line.
tombstone
You
heard
gotta live
around
with
the
these things that
world.
go on, and Steve
Yeah.
Austin's going on.
Damn
I don't need
Owen.
nobody
Don't
to
worry, I
tell
got
me
you
about it,
covered.
because this is just
Nope.
something that happens.
All right,
Of
well, Stone
all
Cold is talking
people,
to the
too,
fans online
Owen
right
Hart.
now. Join us, fans, on America Online. It's keyword
They should keep
Even
this
Brett's
on.
like, I don't know how Owen
around
screwed
the
that
globe.
up.
Click on
They
international,
should keep
then
this on
sports.
Austin. How's his
Then once
internet
you're
work?
there, it's keyword superstars. For
Tell him he's a
exclusive
jackass.
backstage coverage and
What'd he say about
interviews
me? He's a
with America
jackass.
Online. Right now,
And
let's
we
go
may
back
not
to
have
JR
cable,
ringside.
but we had the
Okay,
internet.
Kevin, thank you very much. And
I think my brother and I were kicked off. No, we still had
of course,
AOL
ladies
at this
and
time.
gentlemen, Milton Bradley Karate
Well, you
Fighters
got
has
us
been a
kicked
very
off AOL by
major
We
using
did
the
right
success
before
of this Survivor
WrestleMania
Series, and
14.
obviously, we
Yeah,
got a
thanks.
record-setting crowd here for any Survivor Series,
It was
and
that
earlier
dumb
tonight,
program
they had
that
quite the
Travis's
party.
brother gave us.
Our good friend George
No, it was the
Burton from,
Punters.
Milton Bradley and his son were with us, along with the
What was it? What did it do?
sponsors and
So AOL had these programs called Punters, where you could like kick somebody offline.
Oh.
$5 seats up there, man. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next,
They did a bunch of stuff.
versus Team Canada.
They had like a wrestling one.
Elimination matchup.
Oh,
There
look
you
at
see the 8 men
good
in
God!
Oh my
Look
God,
who's
they had
representing
Mark
America,
Barrow,
guys.
Steve Blackman,
Gold
Vader, and
Dust.
Goldust.
Wow.
Is
Dude,
that,
look
Who are
at
the
Jimmy
two?
Neidhart.
is that Phineas and LaFawn?
Yeah, Doug Furness and
I
Philip
know.
LaFawn. Yeah, Doug Furness and Philip LaFawn. The what were they called again?
A New World Order sign. Why were they not confiscating
Well,
that?
it said New World Older.
when the entire Team Canada attacked Vader and then a fan.
Team
by the name of
Canada.
Steve Blackman
Which is weird because Neidhart wasn't really Canadian.
came into the ring, King.
Yeah, look at
But he
this
was part
guy.
of the Hart
I mean,
Foundation.
we find out later that
Yeah,
he's
and he
some sort of
married into
martial
that
arts
family,
expert.
so.
He knows karate,
Steve
jiu-jitsu.
Blackman. I remember him. Oh, no, your karate doesn't work against
The anvil took him down.
pure
He
muscle.
was gonna
The
do
best-
it.
Ross
the
says
best-
he knows karate, and the first thing I thought of was when Chris
And the
is
Black
fighting those
Widow
cops.
escorted from the
I know
ring.
karate.
Hey, dude, Blackman got over with the head cheese gimmick, okay? It was revolutionary.
Blackman was decently over,
That was such a great gimmick.
but the
tag
problem
team.
he was
Yeah,
never
with
gonna go
Blackman.
past
Because
lower
Blackman
mid-card
was
status.
always no-selling Al Snow on everything.
Like, why did he come out wearing the hat? Like, no, shut up.
And when he finally did start wearing that, like he finally did,
I mean, here's
oh,
a Johnny come lately.
that was the
Sure,
end
he
of
may
that
be a
tag
great
team.
martial
God, how many
He
times
should have
have-
kept no-selling that whole
He's gonna be in
tag
front of
team the whole
over
time.
20,000 people here, and
We should
half
have
the
like an
world
arrest
watching,
counter for
and
this
he's got
show.
the weight of the world
Count how
on
many
his shoulders.
times
He's
people
gonna
get
represent
arrested,
the entire US.
and like see.
Take a shot every time someone's been arrested.
I'm just like curious to see, like, get a lawyer on here. Like, all right, so Austin's been arrested 410 times. Like, when is enough enough?
Hey, let's hear this promo.
Vader, as a symbol, Team America. Let me take a minute to introduce them. The man they call Goldust.
The man they call.
And Steve
Mark Marrow.
This is America's best here, ladies and
the
gentlemen.
newcomer in town. Now, Team
This is
America
probably the
and Vader,
coolest Mark
we don't
Marrow
have
was
very
ever
much
gonna be.
in common.
I loved this Mark Marrow. I thought he was great. He had such a good
Except
finisher too.
We don't like big mouth Canadians. Trash talking America.
Vader got so
Telling us how to
buried in
think.
WWE. He was like
Telling
the
us what to
biggest
do.
baddie in WCW. Like, no one could beat him. No one could take him down.
Telling us how to act.
Didn't go anywhere in
tonight-
WWE. What a damn shame.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, once he
Time
lost
get
to Shawn
back.
Michaels, he was
It's
done.
time to get back. And oh yeah, Team
Allegedly,
Canada,
Shawn
they're
buried
tough.
him after that because of
But
that
it's 4-on-1.
the elbow drop
When I
screw up
look
or whatever.
around to Team Canada, it's 4
Yeah.
against 4.
Get
It's
off.
just not
Wait,
Vader time
does
tonight.
Goldust have
No,
FU
it's
painted on his
America
face?
Yeah,
He
he's
does.
Blackman, 6 days ago on Raw, you needed a ticket to
I
get
think
into
this
the
was
arena
as
in
he was
Hershey.
becoming
Tonight
the
you're a member of
artist
Team USA,
formerly
you must
known
be
as
nervous.
Goldust.
I am not a fan. Like, I know this is big in the Attitude Era, but like promos before matches, or
WWF
like
wrestling.
I
I'm certainly
see
experienced in
pay-per-views
every other
as the
form of fighting
payoff
known
to
to
stuff.
man.
If you need to
And, you
sell
know, to me, a
the
fight's a
match to
fight, so
me
I'm ready.
after I bought the pay-per-view, you know
Gentlemen,
it
that's
fucking sucks.
Team USA.
Oh,
mean, and that worked-
it's Kurt Angle.
what?
Is that Kurt's music? It's not
Hey.
Kurt though. It is Kurt's music though.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what Patriot used to use.
Oh, that's right. It was.
This is generic America Music 1 on their tracks.
Wow, I never knew. Oh, okay.
You know,
Is what Peacock uses?
Lex Luger's WWE theme, not the fucking Uncle Sam theme, but like the one he started using at WrestleMania 10, that was solid.
That was a good theme. It really was.
What the fuck are they waiting for? What is Goldust wearing?
God, look at how big he is.
It's like, what could I wear to accent my fat gut?
Fable.
Jesus Christ.
AKA Lesnar's wife.
That bitch got
Team
around.
USA, not extremely popular as one would have predicted here in Montreal.
Is this just the generic music just for this event, or did Peacock put this in?
No, I think this is the music they use because they're Team USA.
Yeah.
And I think all the other Jokers are going to come out to like Brett's, the Hart Foundation classic theme.
Wow.
Look, see, they're filming it from this angle because right below us, all those seats are empty. That's why it's dark there. Why is it lit everywhere else in the arena but there?
Team Canada will get a tremendous amount of respect.
Oh yeah, Dustin doesn't look too good.
By the way. And Michael Cole, ladies and gentlemen, we understand
I mean, you can only take that gimmick he has so far before you start rolling with the punches.
Yeah, you can't. What Bruce Pritchard said was that it was overexposed. It needed time to like breathe.
That's right, JR. We're with
And it was definitely pushing the boundaries of.
Yeah, you can push the
Time.
boundaries, but you can't like every week. You can't just keep doing it. You gotta like give him a little break and have him come back edgy again and weird.
And I definitely think the WrestleMania 12 stripped down by Piper probably didn't do him
That probably
much
killed
good
the
either.
gimmick.
Yeah.
Very disappointed that Razor refused that match. By the way, talk about not wanting to do business.
But you know what? That's I wouldn't. I don't. I honestly, I'm on Razor's side on that one because they didn't really sell it to him properly. They were just like, "Hey, this is gonna be kooky and weird." I mean, think about all the shitty gimmicks WWE had at the time. You can't blame him for saying no. I don't want to do that because he probably thought it was gonna be a career killer.
Yeah, but he was already like out of the company at the time too, so maybe that's why he was just like, oh, I don't want to.
No, he didn't put his notice until February, which is why he missed WrestleMania because they've suspended him.
Well, they made him have wrestle Goldust in the at the Rumble instead of building it up for WrestleMania. They said, okay, we'll just blow it off really quick. Here we go.
I love Razor's gimmick for his whole career was to lose at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Well, that's not true. I think he won one
He beat
match at
IRS,
the Rumble.
but he did
Yeah, he
lose
beat
at
IRS.
first because Shawn interfered.
I don't think he like won that match. I think IRS got DQ'd in the match.
No, what happened was IRS won, and then another ref came out and said, no, Michaels hit him with the belt. They restarted the match. IRS is on the turnbuckle like this with his arms out. Razor just grabs him. Razor touches him. And,
You know what? Razor Ramon
What music
was
are they
smart.
playing for them? Is it the Hart music?
It's the Hart
Bret
music.
Hart's music, yeah.
Because he made the Razor's Edge himself the most protected move of all time. Because if he knew he wasn't going to win a match, he would not use that move.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
I mean, he protected it himself. That's some good psychology. Which was why every time he saw the Razor's Edge, like, oh my God, he's going to kill him. That's probably why he hardly did it in WCW because he never won worth a damn.
The worst part about WWE's booking is that they went with the All Japan bullshit of kicking out of each other's finishers. That's why when you watch wrestling and you see someone hit their finisher, I'm just like, should I be excited? Because it's like not a finisher.
They're not
Right,
finishers
so-
anymore, Angelo.
The really the only finisher now, well, protected one is like the one winged angel.
No,
much.
the pedigree.
Yeah.
That's the only finisher
Pedigree.
protected.
Yeah. No, Undertaker kicked out of it.
So did the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love. I love British Bulldog. I'll never forget when they had the SummerSlam match with Bret Hart, and he whispers to Bret, "I don't remember the fucking match."
To be fair, Brett, the Ultimate Warrior kicked out of everything. Well,
Pretty much,
except the heart
yeah.
attack.
Oh, I just got it.
I got it. Yeah, almost went over.
I think we're gonna need to edit that one out of the stream.
Yeah.
Marks are gonna hate us. That's fine.
That's fine. I mean, this is also the same company who, after he died, praised him. Before that, had the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. So, you know.
WWE is shameless, which is why I have no qualms making fun of them.
Oh,
Absolutely.
This is the first match that actually has some legitimate workers in it, so hopefully there's some good action here.
I love Vader. Vader is probably,
He's flipping him off.
oh yeah, I love that. He's probably my favorite big man wrestler of all time because he could move. He wasn't like other fat big man wrestlers. Like he has a gut, but that dude, you show me a guy his size that can do a moonsault.
Well, in the early '90s in WCW, he was like he was one of the best booked heels they ever had.
And remember his old finisher? They never did it here. I don't know why, but it was a pretty safe one. The reverse power bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
such
remember that
a
one.
hard move. It was awful. Like it wouldn't be bad to take because you just land on your arms. What the hell is he doing? Is that his do-rag?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Oh, the disrespect is real.
It's got the it's got the U.S. flag on it, and he wiped his ass with it.
Sorry, right to sandwich. Got it.
Wow. Oh, is this Mark Merrow with the boxing gimmick?
Yeah.
I liked it better than Wild Man. Look, I mean, this guy in this gear, he looks like a legitimate tough guy. Like,
Wasn't he a boxer?
He was a Golden Gloves winner.
Yeah, that's why they end up doing the gimmick.
Oh wow, jeez, look at he got good air on that. Mero could work.
Mero was a good worker.
He had to sacrifice his career to get Sable over, which is sad.
Basically,
he buried himself. I'm telling you. Look at all those empty seats. Don't tell me this is a sellout, Angelo.
I'm not saying it's a sellout, but
you just said it was 20,000 people in there.
That's what Wikipedia said.
Sure there was.
I don't even think there's 20,000 people in Canada at this time.
Well, yeah, but they also said there was 105,000 people at WrestleMania 3.
93,000.
Didn't they say it was over 100? Well, I don't believe. I believe the word.
93,000 is what they've always said.
Right. The actual was like 72.
At the Silver Dome.
He's already halfway in the ring. Tag me. He's like, uh-oh, Big Van Vader. I like that name, Big Van Vader. Even though it made no sense, but like
Mastodon.
The Mastodon. That was a scary name.
With the mask, I mean, with the helmet.
Yeah, he came out with that smoking helmet.
Oh, dude, I love those forearm things he does where he smacks you on the side of the head. This guy's got such good punches.
I heard he worked hard too.
He's from
Japan.
He broke someone's back in WCW.
Hard, and I heard that he's stinky. I heard that his ring gear and gloves and everything was like unwashed.
He's stinky.
Yeah.
Supposedly he did that on purpose.
Jeff Hardy said that he wrestled Vader once, and he said he stunk so bad.
What would you guys rather do? Would you rather take a Rikishi stink face or wrestle Vader for 5 minutes?
Rikishi stink face.
Stink face.
Really?
I think he smelled really bad. I think that was like the complaint.
Look at him take the suplex.
That.
Jesus,
Rikishi,
Vader could
yeah,
work.
sure, he gets your butt in your face, whatever.
Dude.
From what I've heard, Vader was stiff and hurt people. 5 minutes with Vader could be my life. You can ask Angelo. We fucking fake wrestled on a inflatable thing, and I tore my ACL. What do you think Vader's gonna do to me in 5 minutes in an actual wrestling ring? No, thank you. I don't want any part of that.
So here's a story about our little wrestling event that we had. So we were RAs, and they had this big inflatable thing that they bought, and of course me and Brett were like, let's wrestle. So we did the double clothesline spot, and then we're like, okay, let's just have like a match. So we start trading punches, and I guess I threw my punch before Brett did, so Brett stopped his punch. Stopping his punch, he pivots backwards and blows his knee.
And it was the most painful thing I've ever felt. Oh, it was. I knew I messed up my knee too. And I should have gone to the student medical center, although I don't know what the hell they would have been able to have done for that. Probably nothing. But man, yeah, that hurt. Oh, it hurt so bad. And then the worst part was like a month or two later, my other knee strained because I had been overcompensating so much.
Damn.
So it was the point where I was like, can't even. I mean, I could walk, but it hurt because every time I bent my knees, both of them hurt.
They're saying U.S. sucks.
So this is actually Blackman's pay-per-view debut, I believe.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, and look at him. He's wrestling in like martial arts gi pants with wrestling shoes.
So I heard he was actually supposed to debut 4 years earlier, but he got like malaria or something like on a trip to Africa, and like totally ate up his insides, and like he lost like 40 pounds of muscle, and he spent 4 years like getting over it, recovering, and being buffed. Like apparently him and Owen Hart are like really close buddies.
Really?
Yeah.
Crucifix?
Oh, another one. No.
Blackman, he kicked out.
This dude tried to copy Blackman with that roundhouse kick. Blackman's pretty ripped. I'm not gonna lie.
He was a bodybuilder. Whoa, cleaning house. Yeah, they're selling for this guy.
They got it. I think they're trying to get Blackman over as much as they can before he gets eliminated.
Blackman was always good.
I mean, he wasn't a great wrestler, but like he was a fun attraction.
I always remember watching his matches. Like when I watch an event, I never skip the Blackman match.
Oh, here we go. This is his D count out. Yep, they're gonna make him look strong and we'll get him out of the match because you know the Hart Foundation has to go over.
Did he count it out or was he DQ'd?
Count it out. See, 10 out. Yep, see. So he still looks strong, but he goes back in.
Well, they get him out of the match quick because he's so green. Oh, I think he's getting the finger.
Oh,
These rude people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was the whole Canada versus U.S. thing in '97. It was.
How do you guys feel about non-stomp punches and attacks? Like, I know for me, for wrestling, I miss the stomp, the sound effects to it, because you know when they're not stomping, they're not really hitting them that hard.
yeah, the stomp gives it emphasis. I love the stomp. I've always loved it. It's just something that I feel like comes with the.
But
It
like,
just sounds good.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, to me, Bret Hart had the best.
Yep.
No,
Like
Jake the
his
Snake.
punch stomp was the best.
Jake the Snake's snap punch, because it looked like a real jab. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, does he have an open fist? Because I'd be afraid to take that because it sounds so bad. But Jake is
Yeah,
probably a
I do
consummate
miss that these
professional.
guys don't really do the stomp when they punch.
Well, like Neidhart was doing it. I'm like, okay, that's classic. Neidhart's bred from the '80s, so I could see that. But like, I don't think Mero or Goldust or anybody. Maybe Goldust, but because
Yeah,
he's trained by
because
his dad.
Goldust, he started in I think '79 wrestling.
There we go.
Don't forget, Goldust is like in his 50s now. I think he's in his
Oh,
late
Vader
50s.
splash.
Ooh,
Oh, he
That's
beat
it.
him.
Got him. He got him with the splash.
The anvil flattened. God, the
You
sweat
guys
was
remember
popping.
Vader's last match in WWE against Heath Slater?
I thought it was against
No.
Kane.
Oh, he came back when Slater was doing his legend killer gimmick, and he would lose to all the legends that came back. And Vader came back, and every time he got on the mat, the only way he could get back up is if he got on all fours and then like pushed himself off the ground. Like he couldn't use the ropes, he couldn't roll over. He literally had to get both limbs down, and he would have to push up.
Did he just get counted out?
it looks like he's about to.
Vader? Yeah, probably.
Oh, no, he's getting tossed.
No.
Nope, Vader's not being protected.
You know, it's fascinating that the tag teams are in the opposite corners for this match.
Because the Canadians are the faces. That's why they came out last.
Yeah, but wouldn't they go in the other?
Well, actually,
So, like-
now I think about it, the what's it called? No, they were in different corners for the last tag match. I don't know why they're doing it this way.
Oh, they switched camera?
No, it's still a hard camera side, but where Vader was standing, that's where the faces were in the last match.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
Uh-oh.
why they switched.
Vader splash. Oh! That
There he
doesn't finish
goes.
this guy off. All right, splash counter. We're at 2.
So now Vader's eliminated almost everyone on their team.
It's Vader.
If I remember this match correctly, I think
I'm certain
Team USA
would-
lost, didn't
Yeah,
they?
I'm certain Bulldog would win. Because this is they got to put Canada over.
Vader down.
Because they're about to screw. They got to screw Bret Hart, so they're going to make him happy early on.
I never understood the missed drop kick spot. You fall even if you hit it. Like, why does it hurt? Either way.
Because when you hit the guy, it makes you happier.
I always thought it was like when you hit somebody with a drop kick because you flip and then you land on your stomach and catch yourself, but when you miss it, you land on your back. Why would you do a drop kick and not do the turn when you miss? What? Oh!
Oh!
What the fuck? He hurt him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was
His neck was
dangerous.
wrecked.
Oh, yeah, he's hurt, dude. Look at him.
Oh.
His left shoulder is hanging a little bit.
Let me just see the TKO. That's the only thing I need out of this match. Let me just see that move. Oh man, they're going apeshit for Bulldog. He is over here. I love Bulldog. I was always a Bulldog fan. I mean, I know he was like, if I knew how he was backstage and his drugs and stuff, I probably wouldn't have liked him as much. But I always thought Bulldog was a draw.
Yeah, I always enjoyed Bulldog.
The only
He's
time
The
actually
whole
pretty
reason
good.
they took the Intercontinental title off of him was because of drugs.
No, it was steroids. He got fired with Warrior.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's why Shawn had the
I mean,
belt.
drugs. Still drugs.
Oh, that's kind of true. Oh
That's
shit,
right,
the
'cause
running.
they-
Oh no,
They
we're
made
not
him
gonna see
illegal
TKO.
right around that time.
Yes,
No.
yes.
TKO. No. Oh.
Oh,
Sucker
that was
punch.
good though. I was suckered in. I thought he was gonna get him. And he hits him with a weird double axe handle. A nice attack.
I really want to mark out for a match on this card.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, no, maybe one match. I would say.
Well, maybe the Austin match?
Yeah.
Who's Austin wrestling?
Is it Owen?
From the heartbreaker to the neck breaker. He should have. Owen 316. I just broke your neck. I can't believe they didn't go with that still.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Do
they
not
didn't
beat
either.
him with the roll up.
Beat him with the roll up.
Oh!
Got him! Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna see my TKO. Goldust still hasn't been tagged in yet. He's enjoying himself an easy night.
The good news is we have many more shows where you can see a TKO. So, you know,
Has he got to leave? Can't Merritt? Well,
Vader's got his working boots on
not
though.
that.
Why is-
Sable.
Why is Vader working so much? Is Dustin hurt?
I think Dustin's for sure overweight. Wait, yeah, maybe he is. Look at
Is he even
he's got a
wrestling?
cast on his hand, doesn't he?
He's got something on there.
Yeah, like a cast or a brace.
They're chanting Sable. They know who they like in that crowd. You know when the audience is watching the woman walk away versus the match, what they really care about.
Pick up.
Oh yeah, he has a
Wrestling
broken. Ross just said he has a broken hand. That's probably why he hasn't been in this match. See, I love Bulldog stomping, but his fucking forearm thing's like so stupid. How come this clown did not use the European uppercut? Why was it only William Regal? Oh,
I was gonna say, you know who had the best forearm punch? Was China.
Did she?
She had the best forearm punch.
God, I can't wait till we
I
get to
swear
that
God.
era.
Oh, she did.
Oh, weren't these two a tag team for a while?
I believe so.
Oh, he's saying he can't get in because of his... Why did they replace this Joker before the match then?
Yeah.
Wrestling reasons.
Wrestling reasons. Psychology!
Psychology.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ. I think he's
I
gonna
wonder
like
if this was
slap
the
him in
night
here.
that Goldust killed the Goldust gimmick.
Where he becomes Christian Dustin.
He becomes the artist formerly known as Goldust. He dresses even weirder.
Yeah.
Oh! Ref.
That low blow?
Ref conveniently looked away, like right as it happened. Like, oops.
He missed that tag.
And it would have been a disqualification if the referee had
Is he supposed to have
Those
like gold?
nuts got tagged.
If he got, I think that would have been the first time anyone's gotten pinned with a low blow.
He hasn't broken a sweat.
Oh.
thinking about a divorce. Got a big D-I-V-O-R-C-E on his mind.
Jesus Christ. Vader is gassed. He can barely move.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
Dude, he's working
Got one
hard.
arm
But
over
no,
him.
no,
Put your arm over him.
He's got his working boots on. Like, give the guy credit. He's been in this match longer than anybody. But, like, why? He's the biggest one here.
Well, the Team USA does not have good work. I mean, Goldust could work, but he's got a broken arm. But Mero's not a worker. Blackman's green as goose shit.
Oh,
Wow.
Are they, like, trying to turn him heel again?
Yeah,
I believe
Yeah,
so.
they were, yeah. Dude, they turned him heel.
Ugh, Goldust just stepping away.
that's the most easiest heel turn ever. You get to go into a match, not wrestle, and then you're
Oh.
Tell me that Vader can't work.
Oh, he can work. It's just that WWE just never gave him this opportunity, like, ever.
He
They
could have
should put him
been.
over.
He could have been their dominant heel champion when they really freaking needed it.
I think I heard. Remember Bruce Pritchard saying something about him not like he didn't want it.
Really?
He
Didn't
like
want the belt?
petered when he got that
No.
Irish whip. He's like,
No, he didn't want to, like, he wasn't working as hard anymore. Like, he was maybe had a bad backstage attitude. He wasn't the hungry Vader from WCW.
Oh,
That's what they said.
no.
Because I
look at
remember
that.
they had talked about giving him the belt in '96.
They
having him
should
beat
have.
Shawn. And then they decided instead to have Psycho Sid beat him.
Oh, hit him. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Yes, get him in
Tag,
the ring.
you're in.
But you know what's funny? If you think about wrestling history, how things would be different if the Ultimate Warrior didn't leave, where then Psycho Sid would have had to have been called.
I don't know.
Well,
Because that's what started the whole Psycho Sid for champ.
Ooh.
Wow,
he's
disrespect.
got-
You know, like,
What's he?
you know, the main event for WrestleMania 7 was supposed to be Hogan Warrior 2, right?
Really?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
But it was, the problem was, the Mania 5 pay-per-views were so high, but the Mania 6 pay-per-view buys were way lower. So Vince is like, oh, they don't like it. So obviously that we can't do the match if no one's buying the pay-per-view. That's what he thought.
Oh, that's crazy.
But then we
They also had
almost...
to move WrestleMania 7 from the Coliseum to the sports arena because of the gimmick they did go with.
Yeah.
'Cause They,
No, 'cause
they,
they couldn't-
they,
they couldn't-
they still claim that they did it for for security reasons, but
Yes!
you don't
The
do
Vader
that unless
bomb.
you just couldn't sell the tickets. And
You
I'm
guys,
guessing they just couldn't sell the tickets.
you guys need to look at the WrestleMania 7 card. I have never seen a card with more dead wrestlers on it than WrestleMania 7.
Yeah, that's
Oh, the timekeeper's bell.
Yeah, because
There it
Warrior,
is.
Savage,
1,
And
2, 3.
Big Boss Man.
You know what's kind of funny? For as much as everyone says Warrior can't wrestle, he stole the show at 2 WrestleManias.
Sure.
Like,
Six
I mean,
and
granted, the
other
Hogan
one.
Warrior match that match was way better than it had any right to be, but that was choreographed to perfection. But Warrior Macho Man was so good. People talk. I remember watching Ricky Steamboat and Savage, and that may have been good for the time. But I watched Warrior and Savage. Every time I watch that pay-per-view, I always tune into that match because it's so good.
Well, that match is great because they bring in the story. The match is about the story. It's not because in WrestleMania 3, the match is about it's about the story, but it was about technique and the moves and all of that. Whereas 7 was purely about the story, career versus career. And they milked the ever-loving crap out of it.
It was
And so
beautiful.
that's why I've said great matches don't have to have great wrestlers. It's always been about telling a story. Like when people are like, "Why do you watch wrestling?" I always tell them it's like, "Why do you watch ballet?" Because they put on a good show.
I always think for me, wrestlers have to have 2 ingredients. 2 ingredients to succeed. They have to be able to talk, and they have to have a unique move set. Because if they have shit moves, they're boring to watch, and if they can't talk, they're boring to listen to. So what are you going to do? If you got somebody with an exciting move set, Bret Hart has his staples, Shawn has his staples, Austin, Hogan, Warrior, Savage, they all have the stuff that they do, and you see them do it, you get excited. But then you can watch other guys whose moveset's like Owen Hart. Can you guys tell me Owen Hart's moveset outside the sharpshooter?
Insecurity.
Insecurity.
That become one of his moves. Pile driver.
You know who had a pretty generic move set but did it very athletically was The Rock.
Yeah.
Very generic move set, spinebuster, DDT.
Well, he did it with finesse when he did his moveset. That's the thing, though. You could do a spinebuster, but if you do a spinebuster a certain way, to me, no one does a better spinebuster than Arn Anderson. He's the cleanest spinebuster in the business.
Look, there's a spinebuster compilation for Arn Anderson on YouTube. It's 4 straight minutes of nothing but spinebusters. It's 100 spinebusters. It's brilliant. It's really good stuff. show.
unzips.
I know what you're talking about. It's very
Ooh,
good.
Taker.
Oh, Dark Taker.
What? Who's he fighting? Because this is
no one.
This is after this is right after Bad Blood, right?
This is setting up for. Oh yeah, Kane. Did
Because-
Kane already debut before this?
Yeah, I think so.
The In Your House before Survivor Series. Yeah, there he was this match.
I don't think Taker doesn't come back until.
Rumble?
Oh no, that's right. Because that Rumble, Kane costs him, burns
My
him,
own flesh and blood.
and he comes
He
back
doesn't-
later. I don't know who he wrestled here. I
He's
don't
not
think
on
he
the
wrestled
DX card.
Kane.
When Kane did his thing where he put his arms up and he slammed him down, did he have a thing to set the fireworks off, or were they just really good at timing it?
It's all timing. They don't have shit in their arms. There's some guy in the bottom with the button like.
What if it doesn't go off? How fucked up is that?
I think it's happened twice.
He goes off in the wrong spot.
Like
He did the
in
Taker that one
WrestleMania-
time when he was world champ.
I don't know if he had it then, but like Batista when he did his stupid machine gun gimmick at WrestleMania 21, he didn't have any pyros. I'm like, what the fuck is this clown doing? He's just like, wee.
Oh man,
Oh,
dude, love.
Kane's fucking lucky, dude. This guy got to ride the gravy train of gimmicks. You get to be the exact same as the Undertaker, but different. You can just take all his moves, and you just gotta be quiet and wear a mask. And he got over it.
He knew how to work it.
No, you're
That
right.
tombstone though.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
That would not be allowed now.
Have you guys seen they blur out or they cut out chair shots in like their YouTube videos?
Yeah, they make it like slow. They pause it like halfway through it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
basically
man.
just snip it out.
If they do that with the Shamrock headshot, I'm gonna be very upset.
Well, it's a WWE, but if there's like just some random person, it'll probably be on there. But yeah, if it's a WWE one on YouTube.
I like how it's the same three wrestlers he's busting up.
I wonder if Kane wrestled Foley in this one.
I don't think Kane had his first match like on pay-per-view until WrestleMania.
I'll fight you anywhere.
Oh wait, he's
Oh.
wrestling Kane? Oh,
Yeah, it's Kane.
That's what I
wrestling.
was pretty sure Kane had some matches before WrestleMania.
You know what? I remember getting mad at Mankind because he had a big run with the Taker, and basically they used Taker to get Mankind over. But I was like, man, look at this Joker. He's not big, he's not strong, he's just some dude who gets beat up a lot. I didn't understand it as a kid, so that's why I was not a big Mankind fan at first.
Me neither. I never.
Best psychology in the business.
Actually, though, I will say this, I'm not a big Mick Foley fan either, but that's a story for another episode.
I mean, he used to be same story as Austin. Used to be a technical wrestler. Then he got hurt and he had to go to the brawling style. Which, in the Attitude Era, brawling is main event.
God, I can't.
He had the best psychology though. Like you never knew what Mankind was gonna do next.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'm with you though, Luis. I really didn't understand the psychology of Mankind. I was just always mad that he was beating up the Undertaker. Like the boiler room, I'm like, come fucking on.
He's actually one of the most respected guys though in the locker room. Like guys had nothing but love for him because of how hard the guy worked. Like one time he wrestled Sting in WCW, and Sting was like, Mick, like I don't want to keep doing this. Like, no, I'm gonna jump off. And remember, this is when they took the pads off in WCW, like on the concrete. He's like, I'm gonna elbow drop you on the concrete, but you're gonna move. And he's like, what? Yeah. And broke his elbow. or something like that.
Suplexes on that thing.
Yeah.
Like he made his career in WCW fighting Vader, and Vader's like, just be stiff with me, like just go all out. Like, really? He goes, yeah.
And you called me a pebble. So when I sink these two fingers deep inside your trembling
Mandible claw.
He looks like a homeless person. How did this get over?
I'm gonna ask you one simple question.
He looks like he's wearing a sack of potatoes.
I mean, to be honest, the Mankind gimmick doesn't really get over until he like starts doing the whole corporate thing.
Well, the Mr. Soccer or whatever.
Mr. Sacco. That episode is gonna have me howling.
Look at that back row of empty seats and tell me this is a sellout, Angela.
Okay, it's not a sellout, but still, it's pretty damn.
He's like, God, remember that TNA pay-per-view, big sellout.
Yeah.
And y'all can't stop bagging about TNA, right? Leave TNA alone, okay? We're going through some hard times right now. Right?
I can imagine. I can just imagine we're at Universal, and it's like, oh, do you want to go to watch TNA? And I'm like, no thanks. I want to go on the Dragon ride. It's an hour and a half wait.
Sure, it's really hot outside. There's air conditioning inside. No, I'm good. They're giving away shirts. I kind of like the one I have on, but it's got a hole in it. Yeah, but you know, it's my hole.
Yeah, I have such a bias towards TNA, and then watching like some of the YouTube videos about it, and like just reconfirms it. I'm sure there was some good stuff here and there, but man.
Well, remember, you guys bought a few pay-per-views because we watched at least 2 or 3 TNA pay-per-views.
At our house?
Yeah.
There's no way. I never watched a TNA show.
Yeah, we did.
Did
I know
you,
we did.
Angelo?
What?
Did you ever order a TNA pay-per-view?
Yeah, me and Brett watched it at our house. It was a Bound for Glory 06,
Right,
I think.
Bound for Glory.
Was I there?
Okay, we were there.
You refused to come watch it because TNA was beneath you.
Where is it? Where's TNA now, Angela?
Chris was there.
They're still around.
Chris was tagging on it the
Unlike
entire damn
Hulk
show.
Really?
No, Chris wasn't there.
Was he not? I thought he was.
Yeah, Chris was not there.
I boycotted it too.
That's yeah, I remember the Bound for Glory, because the highlight, I still remember the match of that night was the cage match with Daniels and Styles against Hernandez and Homicide.
Is that where he does the Huda Kirana off the top of the cage?
They might have done. Yeah, they did something off the top of the cage.
Oh, this is doing that gimmick where he fights in the red light.
The red light, yeah.
So annoying.
Oh, gee, I wonder where that came back for.
Oh,
our boy, the Fiend.
This is gonna be painful to watch.
Put through his head. I saw his head snap right off the stairs, man.
Why, Nick? Don't. Oh, come on.
Yeah, he did have a disregard for his body.
Oh man, I'm not. Now that I realize it, we're gonna get Hell in the Cell too.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know where my brother was. I watched that thing live when it happened. I think my brother was like in another room or something like that. And like, dude, you gotta watch this. And they kept showing it. It was so bad.
I just can't wait until like Mankind's like in the corner, kind of like unconscious. So Harry Fun goes in to kind of stall for time and gets chokeslammed out of his shoes.
Oh, I thought they were going to turn the lights on for this. I was like, oh.
No, that's it. We're going to get it's a whole red matchup.
I'm guessing this is where they got the idea for the Fiend to do it.
It was terrible back then. It's terrible now.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. It's so hard to see what's going on.
Like,
it's a little bit easier because Kane is wearing red. You can kind of see him. The Fiend gimmick was he was all black. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah, and they're both wearing masks, so you can't see facials. And then they're just like.
Maybe they shouldn't be doing matches like this. That doesn't look so bad. Oh, the over the top rope.
Oh, there he goes.
I will say this: Mick does that so clean. Because I'd be so scared of like cracking my head off the apron or something like that, or fucking tearing my ACL like Brett.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Don't.
I mean,
500.
No,
once
in the
he's lost
head.
his ear, I mean, what else? What worse could happen?
That
to him?
motherfucker caught the top step and the bottom step hit him in the mouth. Oh my god! No.
Fully gave his body for us.
Like, oh,
and I think that's why
about
fans
this.
respect him.
When I was a
Could
kid
have been
watching
the best
this,
wrestler, but god damn did he entertain the hell out of us.
if I was a kid watching this, I would probably be marking out to this beating. Oh my god, he's killing Mankind. And now I am like, 24 years later, like, oh my god, he's killing Mankind.
Yeah, he's fucking killing him.
Is he alive?
Like nothing's changed. The end of all this, Luis is gonna be like, "What did I learn? I learned that Mankind still got killed in every match."
Jesus Christ. We should have a concussion counter for Mick.
Oh man.
That's how many times we think he gets concussed. Jesus.
God, he sells so well too.
Well,
There goes the hair.
He was like, what's his name? Mikey Whipwreck. He could generate a lot of sympathy from the bump he takes. Like, that looks good. Like, I think it also has to do with his hair, because he has long hair, so when it flops down, he doesn't control it. It just looks like he naturally scatters and collapses.
Yeah.
Like, when you have short hair, or you're bald, or you're shaved, or whatever, it's hard to get that kind of empathy unless you have really good facial expressions. You know what else I realized? It must be really easy for Kane to like give instructions and talk to people because he's got the mask and he's got the long hair. So he can
simple, yeah.
He can control that ring. I don't know, who do you think is generally in this match? You think it's Mick? Usually it's the heels, right? But
I think Mick might be.
Well, how green was Kane still? Because he didn't really. I mean, he wrestled, but he didn't really.
He's been wrestling for years. I don't think it's about green. He was Isaac Yankem, he was fake Diesel, and now he's here.
I just always felt like he never really wrestled though.
Oh, because they would bring him up, but then they would send him back down.
At least it was for wrestling, not like his weight, like Big Show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a big fat show.
Oh, the Boss Man Slam.
Big slow.
I feel bad because, like, in WCW, Show was lean as fuck.
It was that thing too. He just got too fucking comfortable in WWE. I think he just made it.
Which is weird because WWE had kind of a rougher schedule, and they didn't have guaranteed contracts.
That could be why, because of the rougher schedule. It's harder to maintain maybe his diet.
Do you hear about the story? You hear about the story of Vader and Yokozuna?
Oh, the fat.
No, they sent them both down to lose weight to fat camp.
Yeah, fat camp.
But they got sent there and they gained weight because they found out they would sneak out to eat fried chicken at night.
I remember Yoko. There were a lot of times they tried to get him to lose weight. Even his family, like Rikishi and them, all told him, "You need to lose weight." I think he got up to like 700, 800 pounds at one point.
Yeah, you remember Bruce Pritchard told a story once on the podcast about the Thanksgiving turkeys. You know how it comes with that little like sack in the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the butt or something. Well, anyways, I guess Yokozuna would just sit in the corner with a whole fucking bowl of them and just dip them in butter and just eat the pure ass fat of the turkey.
Oh. Yeah, he would eat like whole chickens, and there's a lot of stories about what he would eat in the back. Like I think one story was he had like 10 KFC buckets of fried chicken.
Yeah,
he was one sitting.
He was like the opposite of he was the opposite of Andre with the alcohol. He just ate food. What's about to say that? Any butter you want some chicken?
Mick, what are you doing? How are you gonna get that in his mouth with the mask on? It's Percy Pringle. Tap Percy.
You know who else weight fluctuated a lot was Paul Bear. He'd be up and down and up and
They say Big Show had a lot of heel and face turns. People forget about Paul Bear.
Yeah, he did a lot of them.
Anytime it was convenient, he would turn. What are you doing? I'm gonna turn my back to this big red retard.
I will say though that WWE wrote off.
That was the Spanish announce table.
Oh Jesus!
Is that Spanish announce?
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, they would do that to the U.S. announce table because remember Ross would bitch and moan every time they do it to him.
They did it at Over the Edge '98.
There goes Briscoe
Yeah,
now.
look, he's dead. They're dead at the...
Yeah, look, there's a Spanish announcer. Like, the broadcast is over if you're listening in Spanish. So if you're listening in Spanish to the podcast, just turn it off. You're done.
Que lástima, los luchadores.
No, broadcast over.
You know, it's pretty hilarious, though. I don't know if you guys heard, but when Kane threw him through the table, you heard Jim Ross say, "Call a medic." So think about it now. How wrestling.
Here's what I
No
don't get,
medic being
guys.
called.
In the table,
Hey,
the
we need to
announce
call a
tables.
medic for Cody Rhodes the other week.
Oh, boo,
Mm.
Peacock. They have the announce table right at ringside, but they still have TV monitors to watch it. Why? What are
Well,
they
'cause-
missing?
Probably the angles, like, you know, when you're sitting down ringside, you're kind of looking up. It might be more
Like
convenient to look at
this
the screen.
angle here, because they're on the opposite side of the ring. Oh no! Don't do it, you son
Of
of a
course.
bitch! Oh,
Of course. Oh,
Low
come
blow.
on, don't you dare
Kick.
take that bump!
Oh, DDT. Oh.
I remember Jim Ross said that he calls all of his matches off of the camera because he wants to be surprised. It's like if there's run-ins or stuff, he doesn't want to know about it beforehand so that any of his commentary would be authentic in the
That makes
moment.
sense. Also, I would have accepted they call it like that because that's how the fans are watching it at home, and that's the ones who are listening to him.
yeah.
That also makes sense.
Oh
too.
no!
Here we
he's
go.
gonna do the elbow.
Oh, here
Don't
comes
you
the
do
elbow
it,
on
you
the
son of a
concrete.
bitch. Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's protected.
I'm surprised how much offense Mankind's actually getting in. This wasn't like a squash. They're actually
Well, I think the
letting them fight.
I
This is
think
the first match that I'm invested in emotionally. Like, this is a good match.
no, I'm shocked. I'm used to. Well, we went through 3 really shitty matches to get one decent one, so we had our own trail of suffering here. Oh shit!
Yeah, this is a good match. Oh, what?
Holy
Whoa.
Brock Lesnar did.
No!
No!
Oh, that's
Oh
Mankind.
my god!
At
You
least
gotta
it was
be
on the padded part.
Oh, at least it was on the padded part. That's what they say when they're wheeling him in the ambulance. At least it was on the padded part, Nick.
Have you guys noticed they dim the lights for this match?
When he went to the cage,
Have you
know,
noticed
Yeah,
they
I-
dimmed the lights for this match?
Yeah.
Abner's like, are you alive? He hit him so hard, Mick thinks it's real now. I gotta kill him. Bang, bang.
He's like, crawl back in the ring so I can pin you.
Who the hell would take that bump?
Holy
That's the other thing.
psycho.
Look at just the mannerisms that Glenn Jacobs did as Kane to sell the.
Oh,
That's why it worked. He understood the gimmick.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
And he gives it so dirty too.
I like his version though to distinguish it from Taker's. I like how he does the faster drop. I don't like his pin though. That pin is pretty shitty.
That's a
Yeah,
wrap.
that's terrible. It's disgusting.
His music is great though. Oh,
Yeah, when he
that's
debuted
haunting.
at Hell in the Cell, it's Coma Crush, it's Kane.
Jim Johnston, you done it again. I don't know if this is one of his, but
I assume it is.
They were all his up until I heard that the last Jim Johnston entrance was Baron Corbin's. Not the King Corbin, but the at End of Days. That was the very last one he did.
All because they didn't want to pay him more money. That's pretty fucked up.
Is that really why they left?
Yeah, well, that was part of it. The other was
Jesus.
they were then Triple H was going more with that CFO dollar sign guy.
Yeah.
So it was more split, but so that was part of the other reason why is they just weren't using him enough and they wanted to cut his pay. And he was like, "Peace, I can go make more money doing other stuff." Then the same thing happened with the CFO dollar sign guy. He left too because he wanted more money and they wouldn't give it to him. That's why all the music is crap right now.
Yeah, generic. Everything's terrible.
The only
Kane is
good
on
song
fire.
right now from the new guy is Roman Reigns' song, and even that had to grow on me over time.
What the hell?
First 3,000 fans get what?
Said
What?
David.
That dog tag.
Were they offering a refund? Like, this match sucks.
It's a dog tag? Oh, come on. I thought they were giving. I thought, yeah, they're like paying for the pay-per-view.
That's dog tag.
They're digging in the bottom of the barrel for gear here. They can't,
You
they
just paid
can't, they can't
$50
sell
for the
their gear. They're
pay-per-view.
giving it
If you
away.
send us your bill, we'll give you this
We just wanted
$5
to
dog
prove that
tag.
people actually bought this show.
Yeah, that's just their way. That's probably what the wrestling crates probably have in them today.
In the air this evening. We have extra security.
Wow, you can kind of see. This is like, remember, you never saw Vince too much other than from the commentator or announcer perspective.
It's important.
He looks
that
conflicted, does he
WWF
not?
Fans get to
He
see
looks
this
very
match.
nervous.
He looks,
This
yeah,
match,
he
of
looks
course,
very,
was
yeah,
to
something.
have happened on a
You
number
can
of
tell
occasions,
something's bugging
and
him,
it
and
did
like
not
it's like
for a number
legit.
of reasons. Hopefully, we will have none of those reasons, and the fans of Montreal and the fans all over the world will get to see this extraordinary match with two of the greatest WWF superstars in history.
Why
Vince, I'm
are
gonna
they,
put you on the hot
why
seat
are they
now.
doing this? Like, are
Who's
they
gonna win?
worried that someone's gonna get screwed?
I don't know.
Ooh.
McMahon and Commissioner Slaughter.
You son of a bitch. Of course you know.
It's like they're buying into it.
Yeah!
Nice shit.
Domination!
Domination.
You want to talk about a good entrance theme? They got a good entrance theme.
Yes, they did. I feel bad
Man.
though because I love Ron Simmons. I think he's a great talent. I don't, he's definitely past his prime here, and they know what they're using him in this capacity to get people over, like The Rock and D'Lo and stuff. But like, look at this motherfucker. He is ripped still.
I believe, wasn't this Farouk's group until The Rock came and they pivoted? Wasn't it supposed to be?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
It was, and then The Rock was a face, and he couldn't get over because everybody hated him. So like, we're gonna turn you heel, and you're gonna join the nation.
And then the spotlight will turn on The Rock. Look at him. Look at his charisma.
Jesus.
This is the best part of their gimmick right here. The
Look
black
at The
part.
Rock. Look how young, he's still big as shit.
Kama and D'Lo.
I love
if you
D'Lo.
look
I'm a
at The Rock,
D'Lo.
his gear doesn't match their gear at all.
I'm a D'Lo Brown Mark. I love the head swivel thing.
There
I
it
know he
is.
doesn't do it here, but like
Not
with the
yet.
fucking stupid ass chest protector.
The chest protector, yeah.
That would kill anybody that he wears. Like, this is a fucking foam piece of pad. I would take that frog splash every day.
Oh, there we go.
There's the tag
LOD were
champs.
tag champs.
Elimination tag team matches with Gang
Oh, what a
There's
rush.
My boy, Kenny Shamrock.
Doc Hendricks.
That's right. We're here.
Ahmed, remember Ahmed Johnson joining the nation at one point too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I heard Ahmed worked stiff too, right?
When we get in that ring,
Did he?
He was a stiff worker, yeah.
and take care of
I love you,
I always
Ken.
forget that he was Intercontinental Champion at one point.
I love you,
Yes.
Ken, but you can't talk to save your life, man. Just talk in the ring.
Criminal element.
I love
on the
Hawk
mic.
promos, though.
We are the
Yeah,
Hawk's
he was
voice
good.
was great, and I love how Anil cuts in and just like, I will kill you if you when we get in the ring.
domination. When we get done with you, you'll all be down, face down in a pool of blood, hoping you got a friend to tip you on your
I'm
back.
disappointed though,
You
because
don't drown
Hawk
in your
didn't start out
blood.
with the well.
All right, JR, here we go. Back to you at ringside.
Jesus, Animal, fucking beast. That guy's
I'll
inflated.
tell you what, LOD, Shamrock Johnson.
I'm a
Of all
Hawk.
four of those guys, I think
Two
three of them are dead.
of my all-time favorites are in this match. And I'm set. Yes. Tell me this theme isn't fucking awesome. This is the theme of a psychopath who will fucking murder you.
There he is, man. I'm surprised they never gave him the title.
No, I'm not, because like I said, he can't talk. He had a great moveset, but he can't talk.
Do you know what belt they did give him? The Intercontinental.
But until
And the
after
King
he
of the
turned
Ring.
heel, that was the
He
shame
won
of it.
King of the Ring?
I love, yeah, he did. He won in '98. We're gonna see it. I still think Rock should have won it, but honestly, Rock didn't need the rub. Shamrock did. That's probably why they gave it to him, to see if they can get him more
Yeah.
over. Shamrock
Oh,
Canadian, because he's over. Shamrock is look at that.
What was Shamrock the first crossover from UFC, right? Because I remember them talking a little bit about it, but I never really watched the UFC at that time, so I really never knew how big of a big deal it really was to have him. Kind of like the other
I
guy
think
with the
he
big
was.
mustache.
I
I
think
think
Dan
he was the
Severn.
first crossover.
Yeah.
Severn was a professional wrestler before he got the UFC came out.
Mm.
And then he just but he was always he was a wrestler too.
So you know the tide was turning in the Monday Night Wars when WWF got Ken Shamrock and WCW got Tank Abbott.
Oh.
Poor Russo. We're gonna put the title on this guy. What? We're gonna put the title on Tank Abbott. You're fired.
Yeah,
No,
what?
He was gonna win a Royal Rumble basically. It was crazy.
That LOD pop, man.
Look, they're over.
Oh, look at that light.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they're
weren't LOD 2000 yet.
How
They're
could
just
these
LOD.
look at these monsters? How could anyone conceivably believe the New Age Outlaws beat these guys?
It was a good way to give the New Age heat. Because they're just weasel their way out of victories. Because, yeah, you're right. It's like, it doesn't logically make sense that they'd get... I mean, once in a while, maybe, but not, like, all the time. I feel like New Age Outlaws buried them, yeah.
Yeah, they were punking them for months. I remember that's how I got really sick of them. Jesus, these guys could still sell tickets.
What was the name of the little puppet that they had in the day?
Oh, God. Don't remind me. I don't know who came up with that thing. It was Paul Ellering used to carry him around.
Yeah. WWE did him dirty too with the AOP.
Oh, they turned him heel or whatever.
AOP was good.
This is the era of subverting expectations every time. We're gonna bring back a guy who is face. Now he's heel. Aren't you surprised?
Look at Amen though, he's stacked.
Ahmed is like, I feel bad because Ahmed didn't work very well, but like he was like the Bobby Lashley of that era because he didn't speak very well, but like he was built.
Yeah, because they made him IC champ.
Then he became for the nation for some reason. I never understood the gimmick of when you get your ass kicked by a group, like, oh, I'm going to join them all of a sudden.
Because they stopped kicking your ass. Simple as that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but I think before this, Ahmed was in the nation, and then he got kicked out, and they put Rocky in. Remember?
Really? Oh,
yeah.
We'd have to check
because he did join the nation at one point.
We should put our historian Angelo on it. Damn, look, even D'Lo's looking pretty svelte.
Look at the crowd. The crowd's into it too.
They're like they've got 3 really over guys on here, and they love to boo the shit out of Rocky. Ooh. You're not gonna get over getting the hawk like that, dude. Come on, man. Oh shit.
I believe D'Lo was the only member of the Gangsters that ever made it.
What the fuck? Have you seen that? He took a bump giving a clothesline. Oh, we're gonna get the no sell. Oh yes, the no sell.
No sell.
Yes. Oh shit.
How did Hawk survive that? That same thing paralyzed Draws.
Actually, I think Draws got paralyzed on D'Lo's
power bomb
finisher.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, the running power bomb busted him up.
I wonder if they have that video.
Oh, rock bottom!
Rock
bottom!
1, 2.
Are you shitting me?
Wow!
What to put Rocky? How dare you bury my guy, you piece of shit! Rocky sucks.
Uh-oh.
He looked like he held him like he was gonna kiss him.
Yeah, he's gonna kiss him.
It's like, man, Rocky, you looking smooth.
Like, that's pretty gangster, you know, if he kisses him and then now you must die. I will break you now.
Oof. What was your favorite Kama gimmick?
The Supreme Fighting Machine, man.
My favorite Kama gimmick. Oh.
There was Papa Shango.
Papa Shango is my favorite.
Cream Fighting Machine.
Cream Fighting Machine.
There was random dude in this table.
Kama Mustafa.
Then there was the
Kama Mustafa,
Godfather.
the Godfather,
And the good father.
The
and
Good
then-
Father. Yeah, when he joined Right to Censor.
I love that group. I hated their theme song, but when they came out, they give you so much good heat.
Yeah, the theme song is just so annoying.
It sounded like an alarm clock. That's why
Morning.
Well, they took all the raunchy gimmicks and they turned them. They turned Val Venus and they turned the Godfather, right? A porn star and a pimp became part of the Right to Censor.
I don't care what you guys
And
say.
then Molly Holly joined the group.
I
and the
did
only
not like-
successful champion.
I did not like Val Venus. I thought he was he was the gimmick of gimmicks. Like he was like the Duke the Dumpster Drosy of the Attitude Era for me.
He was over.
Why you
For
gotta
like
bring
a
Duke
week.
into it like that?
He had a weak move set.
Choppy, your pee-pee!
That was that was the best story he ever did.
I bet you they cut that out of the Peacock.
The Dominator.
The Dominator. Farouk hits the Dominator. Nope.
I heard no one wanted to take that bump too.
Hey,
Pearl River plunge.
How did you remember that?
I can't forget it because I'm like that. It sounds like there's a toilet because plunge.
I mean, they call it the Pearl River too. I mean,
yeah, see,
there's a lot of innuendo in the name of that finisher.
You know, one of the funny innuendos, just speaking about Venus, was the time he was in the ring and he's like, "I came, I saw, and I came again."
Oh my God, that was a
good frog splash.
Delos, nobody gives Delos frog splash credit. Like everyone talks about Eddie's frog splash. I'm sorry, Eddie Guerrero had a shitty frog splash.
Delos was very good.
Like the only guy whose frog splash was shittier than Eddie Guerrero's was the guy who was trying to imitate it, Christian's.
Oh yeah.
Christian.
Yeah, I don't like people. Yeah, I don't care for people that use the. Even in tribute, I kind of feel like cringy when I see people do the frog splash. Really, there are only two people that can do it now. It's one of the guys from the Street Profits and Leo Rush.
The hell?
He gets like off the screen.
Yeah, Leo Rush.
Oh,
that could have gone wrong. Ahmed, I heard Ahmed was so sloppy in the ring. Why would you let him do that move to you?
Yeah,
he
sloppy.
is, you know, watching this, yeah, he is sloppy, and
he's not.
Listen, bumps he's taking are like haphazard. And
look at him; he's getting really chunky though. Last year, the Survivor Series where he debuted, he was ripped like a brick shithouse. Oh no, the Ultimate Warrior pin. Wow.
Wow.
The ref saw it too. The ref's not doing nothing. He's like,
you know what? Maybe this
nothing.
is why. Maybe this is why Tim White kept trying to kill himself because he missed this.
Trivia question: What was White's last officiated match?
It was. God, oh man, I know it was a Hell in a Cell because he took a bump in that match.
You know who the wrestlers were?
Was Shawn in it?
Nope.
I don't remember.
It was Judgment Day 2003. Chris Jericho and Triple H Hell in a Cell. That was his final match.
Who are they
because
trying to get over in this? Because I know Shamrock and Rocky have this feud that goes on for like months. It starts at the Rumble and it doesn't end until King of the Ring.
Yeah, it's probably to keep. Yeah, probably for those two.
Yeah, I think it's Shamrock and Rock.
They're getting over for him.
Oh.
Shamrock is small, but like you could believe this guy will rip you apart.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Good drop kick.
He gets come on, man. He's trained by the Harts. They wouldn't fuck around.
And you remember the Shamrock Blackman feud too?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that because I'm like, Ken Shamrock would kill this guy. Like, he would break Blackman in half. It was almost like the Owen Hart feud he had in the what was it called, the Lion's Den match?
The Lion's Den, yeah.
They did it in the Octagon. I'm like, are they wrestling that? Because that sounds like it hurts.
Yeah, I remember. I think they had one inside the actual Hart. Hart den, and Owen Hart hit him with the dumbbell, killed.
And he won that way. Because I think Stu was the official, and he looked away, and Owen cheated and then pinned him.
Are we gonna get
Yeah,
that?
I never.
Did that happen before this, or are we gonna get to see that? I don't think we're gonna see it.
We're gonna get to see that.
Oh, okay.
Without the
I'm hyped for that.
leadership of
You know the only.
there we see the huddle
Oh, go
by
ahead.
the remaining members of the nation.
Oh, the Lions Den. What kind of made me turn off from that was I think it was watching the Bret Hart documentary where they're training for the WrestleMania matchup and they're showing like Stu Hart putting Bret Hart and all these like little silly moves, and it just made it look like an old man just like training him, and Bret Hart alluded to that, and I was just like, oh man, yeah, this doesn't look like a really tough. So whenever I hear Lions Den match, I just think boring.
You guys, if you guys didn't hear it in the beginning when we started the show, there was a segment where that promo between Bret and Shawn goes to Bret. He goes, you know how you missed your mark. You actually think you deserve this belt. And I'm like, wow, this guy's cutting down. He's cutting
And that was some
Bret.
straight shooting right there.
Those
Yeah,
guys,
straight shooter.
Jesus.
And then remember, that was the time with the sunny days.
Oh god.
And if you read Sonny's book, she was actually banging Shawn.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, Sonny was banging Shawn during that, not Bret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
That time
they
Bret
have
was
sex
faithful.
though?
I don't know how true it is, but I know in I read Sonny's book, unfortunately, because I was curious. And she said the grossest thing I read in that book was Shawn had the weird fetish of watching women put lipstick on themselves. So she said she was in front of a big dresser mirror, bent over while Shawn was banging her for 20 minutes, caking on lipstick.
Oh my god.
And I was like, that's the one piece of trivia I did not want to know, but now you guys do can share in my misery.
No.
That explains a lot about his wife now. 'Cause the one thing I always know about his wife
got
is
big
how much
lips, right?
lipstick she got. Yeah.
Yeah. Shawn has a type.
And will that be enough? I don't think so.
Whoa,
Ron
look how smart Animal is. LOD were not only badass tag team, but they were pretty smart.
Counter there. Now Coma comes right back.
What the hell?
There we go.
He has great flexibility.
I like how they don't know the names of it. They call it a martial arts kick. Like Gorilla Monsoon used to call the Rockers the crescent kick. I'm like, what's a crescent?
Oh!
What the
That was
hell?
a fast count. That was a fast count.
Obviously, it's due to racism because his name is Tim White.
Coma can join Farouk in
Damn it! I almost got Brent to do a spit take.
Almost. Not quite. Once you started going that route, I had a feeling in my mind. I'm like, oh, he's gonna try to get me to spit this water out.
You waited how long to make that joke, bro? Yeah, Tim White would not be allowed to ref this match in 2021, that's for sure.
The Nation would not be a heel team in 2021.
The Nation would have to have all the titles.
And the Nation would have been Retribution in 2021 because of Vince McMahon.
Oh, oh my god! I wonder if he's gonna get his receipt for that.
When has that ever happened in real life?
Oh, I was like, don't get pinned into a low blow, Ken.
Wow.
I
That
don't
was
want to be
as
right about
brave.
that.
That was as brazen as could be.
Yeah, that was pretty blatant.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
He says this. Ken has some good ring presence. I don't like it when they prepare to the kick out, and you can kind of see him get ready, like lift the leg up or move over or move the hands up. Angle is the master at that. Angle will lay flat, shoulders down, and all of a sudden, pop a shoulder up.
Oh, we're gonna get so many good angle matches.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna. We're 2 years away from that, boys. Strap in.
No.
Yeah.
He debuts at Survivor Series '99.
Oh, we're a long ways away. We're only doing one show a week.
Oh god. Maybe we'll double speed it with Raws on. and SmackDowns and make sure to do it to both those shows a week. God,
those
Shamrock
might
and-
not be so bad because those are only 2-hour shows. In the
Was
Attitude
SmackDown
Era.
a 2-hour show at Star? Or was it one?
No, it's a 2-hour show. Without the commercials, they'll probably be like.
Like,
hour and a
I
half.
remember being a kid and even in the Attitude Era, I couldn't get enough wrestling. And I know now they have so much wrestling shows, so many programs, pre-shows,
Too
and everything
much.
like that. I wish they had that back in the Attitude Era.
Yeah. I mean, if I had more time, and like you said, like when we were kids or younger, I had the time to watch all the wrestling. Literally, you have a show
Whoa, he
almost
was
every
way
single
off.
day of the week.
Yeah, every day pretty much.
Monday you got Raw, Tuesday you got NXT, Wednesday you got Dynamite, Thursday you got Impact, Friday you got Rampage, and then Saturday, Sunday are the pay-per-views or
I don't know
special
if,
events.
I don't know if you
Well, you see-
noticed this, but Shamrock's not breathing super heavy. Because he's conditioned like hell.
Well, he's a fighter. Fighters are just way better conditioned. But to go off what Brett's saying, I think Brett's right. There's less is more. With wrestling. Oh, power
That
slam.
was his finisher. Oh,
Oh, here they come.
These
They
guys.
had to, didn't they? They just had to.
Oh, they got their spikes. Yeah.
Oof.
They had time to put the makeup on and everything. These schmucks.
Oh,
They're gonna
Good
get
job, Animal.
disqualified.
Where's Hawk? Have him come back. Oh!
oh.
He got the salt in the eyes. Salt in the eyes. Which we all know is
Oh,
not
kill
salt.
this prick, please.
Do you know why the New Age Outlaws are better than LOD?
Don't say it.
They're still alive.
Oh. You call that living?
I gotta admit, Billy Gunn in AEW looks like a freaking monster because
He
he's
is-
taller than everybody.
And he's jacked. Like when
Yeah,
he was
he
with
is.
Darby Allin, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh
the
yeah,
only
he made
guy.
Darby look like a little kid.
That's
You
the
guys
o-
hear?
Go ahead.
You guys hear what happened to Road Dogg right after he got released in 2001?
Mm-mm.
He had $350,000 in his bank account, and he said it was all gone in 6 months.
What did he spend it on?
Drugs.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
He,
yeah.
he said he said he would have massive like drug parties in his house, and, and he's like, "No, I'm broker than a convict."
now I gotta go to TNA and make VKM.
Yeah.
Oh god,
The
yeah.
elbow! Hickenbottom! High noon!
Yeah, the best part of Road Dogg's shoot interview, this is like shoot interview from like 2006, is they ask him, says, "How did you know G Generation X is working?" He goes, "I think it was that first $80,000 royalty check."
I think Billy Gunn might have the record for most wrestling gimmicks next to Brutus
Oh.
Beefcake. Brutus Beefcake, I don't know how, I have to count Billy Gunn. Beefcake has 18.
Okay, that
The best one is the Booty Man. The Booty Man is the best.
His finisher was great, the high knee.
Yeah.
Get it? High knee.
Just got it.
I'll always love the barber though, strutting and cutting.
the barber was good. I liked him.
He had the best music though,
Oh.
Beefcake.
Oh yeah. Isn't he also the Zodiac?
The Zodiac. Yeah.
Oh, the belly to belly.
Oh, the belly.
Yes, make him
It's
squirm.
over.
Make him squirm. Yes, yes.
Yes. Oh no,
Oh.
Rocky's got a chair.
Yes, he's tapping. Oh, he's gonna get himself
he's gonna
DQ'd.
get
Oh, that's how we get.
Oh, guys aren't gonna see it. Oh, look
Let's
at
see
the
how-
kid.
Oh,
What a savage chair shot. Is that like somebody shot a
Savage chair shot.
not only are the refs blind, they're deaf too. What was that loud metal clang I just heard?
And this is gonna be
Tim White's like, how did that happen?
Yo!
Well, because he
Oh.
questioned it.
You
Like,
missed the
he
count.
was up, and now he's down, and it's like, okay.
They're showcasing how tough Ken Shamrock is, man. Shawn is a god. Wow, that guy must be hated.
was Chris.
Why? That's Chris. Chris. Oh, kind of looks like Chris.
I wish I was there. I wish. I'd be celebrating up and down the aisles.
You know what was the best part about being friends with Chris early on when I first met you, Chris, was you used to hang out with that guy Matt that you didn't even like, but he he ordered every single pay-per-view and you'd go to his house just so you didn't have to pay for it. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think I went to your guys' house?
I remember.
To be fair, we didn't watch every pay-per-view.
That's true.
I remember with the guy Matt. Remember Luis when I played you that audio? You're the Godfather.
Oh yeah, that was so creepy.
Remember, he's crazy. You're the Godfather, their child, and I was like, no.
What the hell? This is the people's elbow, the zenith of it.
He probably kicks out.
That's the worst finisher ever. I hate it when he uses it as a finisher. Like, it's so lame.
You put Hogan down.
A falling. It's worse than the Hogan leg drop in kayfabe. At least Hogan was big and beefy and like a heavy set dude when he did it. Another one. Oh, look, no, Northern Lights. Ooh, he protected Rocky good on that. That's such a dangerous move. I freak out every time Scott Steiner does it. I know he's strong and big. That dude, I remember the first time I saw the Steiner screwdriver. I'm like, he killed him. That dude's dead.
How did he not break guys' necks with that?
He did. All the time.
Oh, really?
He pulled that move from Japan. He did. I remember he did it once on WCW Nitro, and I saw that, like, that dude's dead.
Oh, the King Corona! Rocky just always had great expressions.
Oh yeah, his mannerisms in the ring are great. The only thing I don't like is his over-exaggerated kickouts. And some people, this is like a very hit or miss thing. Some people like the way he took a stunner. I don't. I think he over-exaggerates it too much. Like he makes it look fake.
Yeah, but the best person to ever take the stunner was Scott Hall.
Oh God!
Launched into
Oh God! Oh. Yes! Jesus!
Oh, he tapped!
They put this move over so hard because if you got in it, you were like in 10 seconds. It was like the chicken wing. Remember in the New Generation how over that move was? I remember anytime you got the ankle lock on, you're fucked.
Did they bring it? Did they bring in the tap out for this?
Yeah.
For Ken Shamrock?
That's when they
Ken
started
Shamrock
doing
is the reason it got brought in.
Interesting.
They had to put him over.
It didn't like fully get integrated until like maybe a year. It took a while for it to get like fully integrated into everybody's tap.
Because they wouldn't tap for like the sharpshooter or anything like that. They'd only tap for the ankle lock, and then after a while they would call it the tap out. I was like, they had to put Ken over because he's fighting Shawn next month. They had to make it look strong.
Right.
Rocky doesn't suck, he bites. Jesus Christ. These people.
Attitude era. It really makes me wonder that which one they censored out. What did that sign say that was so worth getting censored?
If anybody listening could tell us what that sign said. That's where you get your record attendance from. All right, there you go.
Well, we always know WWE lied about their attendance records.
I can see empty seats from like here. Look at all those. Look at the sea of red. Are they cutting to a promo? Oh boy.
Yep.
How many more matches do we have left, except for the Alston match and then the main event?
There's 2 left. 2 matches left.
Is there?
Oh, they're playing the next pay-per-view.
The DX pay-per-view?
Holy shit, now I think about it. The matches really went from worst to best, because like the first matches are blue, then we got Kane Mankind, which was good, then we had this one, which is pretty decent, and then we're going to Austin Owen next.
Yeah, the match layout really wasn't that good. What? I mean, I guess, but they didn't like. You know how they usually to get the crowd pumped up, they'll have the first match be something exciting. Like you'd think maybe the Stone Cold versus Owen would go on first, just to get the crowd like revved up. Because you know, even us just watching the very beginning, like I was kind of out of it.
It
It was
took
so
a while. It took the
boring.
Kane Mankind match to really get us into the show.
Yeah, now my brain's like sparking.
So it's weird because like Survivor Series normally used to take place either the day before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving. This is November 9th. So
Wow.
that's why DX's pay-per-view is on December 7th. At first I was thinking like, why is it so close? Like, oh wait, they did this one really early. I don't know why. Maybe to coincide with Brett leaving.
It might have been.
Give me a can
you're
of.
right,
Why would
they
you
used
order
to
that,
do,
sir? Who would want to order a
Survivor
can of
Series on Thanksgiving in the early 90s. And then, I forget what year it was, 95? The buy rate was like bad. So I think in 96 was the first year they didn't do it on Thanksgiving.
We're gonna go
And then
take
they stopped doing it after that.
We're taking a highlight reel of Austin's career.
Ooh, that lip. I didn't realize his lip was that bad after his matchup.
That was his
Like I didn't know
fault.
he had to go to the hospital.
That was his fault. He did the stunner wrong.
Yeah.
I remember watching this and like, oh man, I wanted Jake to win because I was a fucking mark.
Yeah, I was marked out for Jake.
I was
smart yet.
I was an Austin fan pretty much right after this though. Like right when he started doing the Stone Cold like gimmick and when he feuded with Bret Hart, that was the first time I was like, you know what? Fuck Bret Hart. I think he really won me with if you put the letter S in front of Hitman, you'll get my exact opinion about Bret Hart. I was like, oh shit. Oh, that's right. Freaking those two guys had a feud.
Oh, there's coming.
Slammy award-winning Owen Hart.
I did it by myself. I did it. Look at that, the bow and arrow man.
What a fucking redneck.
The feeling, however, is mutual.
Are they gonna? We all know what it is. Oh, the classic. That was the last time they used that SummerSlam logo and banner. Oh, I miss it. Oh, don't look, guys.
Oh, there.
Oh, no.
This is what changed his career forever.
Oh! We were watching that live, and I remember we were like, what's going on? Like, my brother didn't know, and then he got the roll-up pin. Like, oh, he won! Yay! Yay!
Oh, worst roll-up pin ever, because, like,
it was shitty.
Austin couldn't move.
Pretty damn scary. So, Owen Hart.
That's crazy. He was actually able to attempt to get up.
Dude, like, you know, hindsight being 2020, I would have like just called the match off, done a known contest thing.
Yeah.
They talked about it, but Owen said, no, you need to pin me.
Well, wasn't it because it was like a kiss my ass match or something?
It was, yeah, there's no way Austin was gonna go kiss his ass after he broke his neck.
That's a miracle. That's how you solve paralyzing. You tell them you got to kiss somebody's ass, and then they'll get healed.
Maybe Owen really didn't want to kiss his ass. Like, I'll take him out of the match.
Yeah, I'll go.
You're looking up from the mat with your neck broken in half. And believe me,
I kicked your neck out of your neck.
Imagine the beef these two had to have in the back that Stone Cold never, Stone Cold Owen never gave him an apology.
Yeah, that's the
He
problem.
never?
No.
I thought he did.
Never apologized.
So that's what Austin like didn't really care for Owen after that because he didn't apologize for him.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, he's over
I mean, I
here.
probably would have. I would have sure apologized for nearly killing someone.
Right? Especially when you're like a wrestling technician like Owen. Like you'd be understandable to fuck up, but just never to call.
Jesus, half the thing didn't break. Fire that man. But the thing was, they talked about it and they were like, hey, after the match, you're going to fall on your knees, right? He goes, no, I'm going to fall on my ass. He goes, I always fall on my ass. I'm like, does he? And then I watched his match, WrestleMania 10 against Brett, and he does the same spot, but he falls on his knees. So
Well, why did he-
did that in the A&E documentary for Stone Cold? They showed that when he did it to Brett, he did it on his knees.
So I have no idea what he was thinking doing it on his ass like that. I think he may have done it once in a while on his butt, but like, how the fuck is Alston here after 2 months?
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, it was a stinger, right? Or is it like a herniated
No,
disc?
he broke his. There was like a hairline.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
hairline
hairline,
fracture.
and yeah, he did herniate him. But over time, it got herniated because of the continued, bumps. Yeah, he had like a hairline fracture in his neck.
He's taunting, the crowd's taunting him. He's like, get your ass in the ring, man. Wow.
Yeah.
They don't do this enough where the wrestlers egg on the crowd or cheer them on or whatever like that, or just like mess with them. I know the Dudleys were really good at it, but like, I love seeing stuff like that.
I remember this song for Owen. This was his best theme song.
I am not a nugget.
Oh, I can't wait.
I
for
think
that.
they added the "I'm not a nugget" later.
Yeah, after Brett. This is the last night when they're all together.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
I love how he always had his slammies with him. The 2-time, the King of Hearts.
That dude's holding a Canadian flag up, but he's got America do-rag on. Like,
I will say that out of all of the Hart, all of them, the entire Hart family, Owen was the best on the microphone. Absolutely got it, understood gimmicks, understood all that stuff.
I will say, over the course of the career, he had a better performance. Like, because Brett was rough up until this year. Like in '97 when he kind of found his stride. But it was as a heel. Like Bret Hart's face promos were not great. But I think it's easier to cut a heel promo, which is why Owen excelled, because Owen was never really a face.
Yeah, being a heel, from what I've heard from the wrestlers, from like documentaries, is that it's easier.
Well,
to be hated than be
You can say
loved.
whatever you want.
And it's also more like, for them, it's more entertaining for them. It's more enjoyable because you're trying to get these, you have a little bit more leeway on what you can say.
But that's why they've always said it's harder to be a face.
Yeah.
Because you have to do, there's things you have to do. Like you have rules. And
That's why Roman
Yeah.
never really figured it out.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly, Luis. That's what Roman was, a terrible face being shoved down our throats. Now he's like on the greatest heel run of his life.
well, I heard the only reason he came back was he got a promise from Vince that he would turn heel. Like he told
Oh.
Vince that for during the pandemic, he said, "I'm not coming back unless I'm turning heel." He told him that. I'll come back, but I'm
The
only coming
fans
back
turned
as a
him
heel.
heel like 5 years ago, so.
Yeah, they didn't like it.
Because Roman has been saying, I guess he felt like they really messed him up, which is true, they did. They messed him up because he was like, they just need to let me go out there and beat people up. That's what was over. And they changed that. Vince changed that.
How is it that they're still using that same style Intercontinental belt, but the WWE Championship looks like shit?
No, they
Stopped
reverted.
using that. Yeah, they stopped using that style for the IC.
Did they?
Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago they got
Now it
like.
looks even worse.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst looking belt I've ever seen.
I will say the new U.S. title. Oh, I love that new U.S. belt. It looks.
Is it just an American
clean.
flag?
No, now it's like a giant ass eagle, and
The winged eagle
you'll have
belt.
to look it up. The new U.S. title is fine.
The winged
The
eagle
great-
belt was always my favorite.
Yeah, my favorite belt right now is the TNT title. That thing is just crisp.
You're a fan of? I mean, it's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's the.
Jewel encrusted
Oh
TNT.
shit! There's a stuff.
Oh!
Ooh, he took that in the chin. He did not go on his knees.
No, I was just
I
thinking
will
of that
stand
belt,
behind
though.
that United States, the new United States title. I will stand behind that as the.
That son of a bitch has a sign that says Owen the real hitman. And break his neck, Owen. These guys are monsters. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
Somebody's
this
holding
is
the sign
Austin's
up.
first match under his brawling style.
Oh, I thought he was going for Luthez.
Oh my
Whoa.
god. They're selling this so well.
No, I think he doesn't take off his jacket because of the procedure they did for his neck.
Oh, 'cause he's got scars.
Scar.
Yeah, 'cause it hadn't fully healed yet.
It's better than Rocky wearing that damn tracksuit for 4 months.
God.
I can't wait for that to show up.
Hard to know where he is, which is not really anything revolutionary. He normally does it. And Owen
Jesus
Hart
Christ.
took one right in the beak.
Austin could have hit Owen's nose from the parking lot.
Steel ring post. Now Owen Hart.
Oh, what a Owen's opening up a can of Hall ass jail.
Yeah, he's
fucking king. Man, so good. Oh, he took his vest off. Oh shit.
Oh, I guess he did.
Austin is ripped.
Cheap shot. And Austin embodying the Team Canada boys.
He did say that he had to build up his muscle tone in his shoulders because of the neck.
Well, no one's got stronger neck muscles than fucking Brock.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Does he even have a neck, or is it just all muscle?
That dude looks like he's always F5ing somebody wherever he's going.
Yeah.
He's always got somebody on his shoulder. They're booing Owen leaving. Wow.
Oh, did he just low blow him?
Got him in the dick right in front of Kyoto.
Oh, look out. Going downstairs. We lost one announce table tonight. We made
What do you guys think about the striped ref uniforms? Do you miss the old blue stuff or?
I like the striped ref ones just because it seems more sporty than the bow tie and the blue shirts. I mean, classic, yeah, it's great to see it every now and then, but I don't know. I think it's more of a sport thing now.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I miss the SmackDown ones where they had the blue instead of the black.
Yeah.
Those were dope.
I kind of like this. He's focusing on the neck. That's psychology right there. You know, Stu Hart's watching this like, yes. Break his neck, Owen.
Break his
really
neck.
get him. Really grind that neck. Tear him apart. Make him so he can't walk. He got DQ?
He just rang the bell himself.
He rang the bell himself.
That is fucking classic heel. Holy shit.
I told you, Owen. When you go back and you watch the Owen stuff, you're like, man, he was ahead of his time.
They really dropped the ball when Brett left. They could have made something great out of Owen.
The
Yeah,
problem
I don't know
was-
why they.
Owen
Part of it
was
is they said they
motivated.
just didn't have the wrestlers. Yeah,
I don't think they would have ever wanted Owen that spot because it would have been like, you know, what if he tries to screw us for screwing Brett? Like, what if he tried to get his revenge or something like that? Even though, like, it's funny because Owen didn't really want to be a wrestler. Owen wanted to be like, he wanted just to earn enough money to retire a little bit, and he was going to be a teacher.
Yeah, literally, that's what he said. He was going to wrestle only as long as he needed to get the money they needed to retire.
Ooh. Oh,
Austin again.
Or at least
Got her! Oh, got him! 1, 2.
Wow, that was short.
That was a short match.
Austin can't have long matches right now because of his neck.
oh shit.
Oh, two.
At least he can still do the stunner.
Yeah, well, doing those don't help. Woo.
I'm always a bigger fan of quick finishers. I don't like the big setup moves or whatever. Like something you can really, like the only big setup moves I think work really well are like the tombstone, but like the rock bottom, the stunner, diamond cutter, classic finishers that just come out of nowhere.
Look at that, when the IC title meant something.
Yeah.
Right?
It was always my favorite title.
I don't like this thing though, like where they take former world champs and then give them lower card belts, because you never used to see that back in the day.
Yeah, I never understood why they're doing that now.
Right.
They got too many damn belts.
They need to cut that down. Everyone's got a damn title. Because you know why? I was like, why do they have so many belts? And a friend of mine was like, dude, they could sell that many toys. I'm like, oh, fuck. Another reason why I like the someone told me about the WWE Championship, the reason why it looks the way it does, the WWE logo, so when celebrities hold it, they see the WWE logo on it. Because the old belts, you're like, what title is that?
Yeah, what's that from?
Yeah. I will say this though, the WWE title is clean.
Mm-hmm.
It is clean. Replica's a piece of shit because the diamonds pop off every single time I pull it out.
I can't believe,
Diamonds.
They kept the spinner title around for so long. Spinners
Way
was
too
like
long.
was popular for like 2 years in hip hop, and then they were dead.
328
I'm
pounds.
surprised they kept seeing her around that long.
Football for the Dallas Cowboys. My jersey was retired.
I did like the rated R spinner.
Well, he was supposed to get his own belt, but it just didn't come in time.
Is
Kinda like
this
the Rock's belt.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah.
They're showing
Yeah.
this half at the end of the pay-per-view.
After you've already broken your neck and torn your ACL.
I'm not really an athlete. This isn't real.
Try lacing my boots.
That's like try lacing my boots, but like, so it's weird. They call it WWF Attitude here, and some people say the Attitude Era doesn't officially start until WrestleMania 14. So when is it?
And two of the most premier.
I argue that the Attitude Era really starts at WrestleMania 13.
From locking up here in
That's,
Montreal.
that's kind of my argument. That's where it really starts, and it builds up to here, where here is like the officially recognized starting point.
Right.
Like this is the Attitude Era. Like this is where everything goes from here. But I argue that it really started at WrestleMania 13.
Because like the new generation kind of started at SummerSlam '92, but it didn't pop off until after King of the Ring. Like,
yep.
There we go.
They're showing the first promo again. Try to listen up with the part where Taker, where he spits in Taker's face, where he says the Mark comment. I remember when I saw this, I was so upset. I was like, yes, Brett won. He can get out of here. Fuck Shawn. And like, he has to go back. No! Damn you, Gorilla Monsoon, you monkey.
I know, I remember that. Another sudden death!
That was another one of my favorite awesome things. They call you the gorilla, yet you hee-haw out here like a jackass.
You know, a lot of people don't agree with my lifestyle, but it is mine. It's a phony little shit.
Wow.
Because I come out here and choose to live my life openly and freely.
What is
not make you a better man. I don't respect you.
Ooh. That's a great move. I don't care what you say. That's...
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Brett's style was probably the most real style.
I do this because I like it.
Ooh.
You do it
Listen.
because in your mind, Mark Man, you really
Oh, Mark, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's so true, though.
I'm telling you, Brett's the biggest mark in the business next to his dad.
Yeah, he was the biggest mark for himself.
At least he's not broke.
Look at him.
I remember watching this. You know what's funny? I did not know this was Brett's last match until they mentioned it on this pay-per-view. I was like, what?
We weren't on. We didn't have the insider stuff. I think this was like the first time afterwards we started looking up stuff on the internet. Like, what the hell happened?
Because remember, this is like during the AOL period. Like, you could go to websites, but like AOL had their own channels you would visit. They would have a wrestling channel, a chat room.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you did online. All right, guys. Hey, we did a little bit of a costume change. Don't be alarmed. Unfortunately, our recording of this the first time didn't work. So we're back to kind of just reshoot this this match again one more time. And I go figure, I didn't want to upload the episode without this iconic match going on here, and I didn't want to deprive the audience of that. Our comments on the big Brett versus Shawn Survivor Series match. So here we are. Don't be alarmed. We're back.
It actually would have been a really good idea to have done that, and it could have been our screw job on our audience.
Imagine.
The audience screwed the audience.
It's like Shawn Michaels is doing like a death march to the ring.
You can kind of tell he's very he's walking with trepidation. Yeah, of course he knows.
No.
He told us he didn't.
That son of a bitch lied to me.
This is something that they haven't done in a long time, but they did the whole entrance from the locker room all the way through Gorilla, and it's actually really cool to see that.
Yeah,
Like, it kind of
love
builds
it.
up the tension. Like, they need to do more of that kind of stuff.
Look at him.
It is nice having the closed captioning out because all I get to see is speaking in foreign language.
Oh, that's right. The announcer was French throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, they did only French.
Right.
The whole show.
Oh no!
Oh wow, he got doused.
Did he rip the flag out of somebody's hand?
Did he take it? He might have.
Oh, look at him.
He's gonna disgrace it, this son of a bitch.
Oh, that's right. This is why they really hate him in Canada.
You could probably tell Shawn Michaels probably wanted to walk out. Just remember when he got hit with the battery?
That's coming up. Although the live workout wasn't on Raw.
Oh,
it was something they did like a couple days before WrestleMania. Oh Jesus!
Yeah, because he was doing that thing where he puts him in his nose.
which country is it? Is it Brazil that if you disgrace the flag, you go to jail? Chris Jericho got in trouble for that.
Oh Jesus!
Really?
Yeah.
He like kicked the flag. They suspended him for 30 days. Oh no!
Oh, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that sign.
What's that word? He took it away.
He is the greatest athlete in the history of the World Wrestling Federation, bar none.
Let's hear this fucking pop.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that.
American hero.
American hero.
Jeez, that was a creative one though.
Ah, but Bret Hart just had a fucking style to him. The commercial.
I mean the remade commercial of the Super Bowl commercial?
They did what?
The one where he was like walking like that and the little kid. Oh my god, this little kid.
Is that his son?
It's probably fucking a Hart, some Hart.
Jesus.
It's his son, Blade, I think.
Can you imagine they get lost?
Blade Hart.
You know, it's funny. Bret
The
looks.
whole Spinal Tap took place.
Bret looks. That'd be good. Bret looks okay. He doesn't look like. You look like I'd imagine anybody would look. Like nothing's wrong. Like even that he might have like a eye over his shoulder. But he's walking out there pretty confidently.
Well, he's got Earl on his side, or so he thinks. So he's like, okay, I got the ref. I'm okay.
So
Little
anything ever
did he
happened
know.
to?
Little did he know.
Did anything ever happen to Earl Hebner's kids? He swore on
He
his
became a
kids.
referee.
Oh shit.
He was a SmackDown referee for like years.
Really?
Then when Hebner and him went to TNA, they became referees there.
Wasn't Hebner like a fucking personality on TNA? Like they gave him the mic and shit.
Yeah, he became a character.
Maybe at some point. They gave everyone a microphone in TNA at some
He's
point.
he's not in AEW, right?
Hebner's no, I don't think so.
Aren't they? They're never going to be in the Hall of Fame, huh? After the whole selling T-shirt fiasco, right?
Yeah,
So-
what happened with that?
What was the exact story?
Allegedly, this will say. So what would happen is, Earl and Bruce, after pay-per-views, would go into the parking lot and take WWE merchandise that they were given for free and sell it to fans.
Wow.
So like it would be like, hey, you got a shirt from work? I'm gonna sell it for free or whatever. Fine, that's a shirt from work. We don't sell shirts to the public. But this motherfucker, like, these are shirts they would sell to, like, people like, hey, can you give me a box of shirts, so I can wear to the ring or whatever? Yeah, sure, here's your box of shirts. Here's 2 dozen shirts. Hey, guys, shirts for sale. You pay $20 in the ring, $10 here.
Fuck. We had, when I worked at Converse is a part of Nike, so we'd get a bunch of free shit. Nike would go on fucking eBay and see if the shit was on there. We had, like, about 4 people get fired for that.
No way. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Nike's fucking crazy.
China is a man. Brett, is that you?
Man, it might have been.
They love him here.
There he goes,
stupidity.
Isn't it weird, like, when you look back on some of the matches, how the wrestlers looking kind of like, oh, yeah, they know they're going to lose. Oh, yeah, they're going to win or whatever.
Yeah.
Shawn looks
Shawn
more worried than, like, that smile right there. You know he put it up because he's like, I need to save face or whatever. Just...
You know, it's funny how much Brett and Shawn hated each other, but they made fucking magic in the ring together.
Yeah, they sure did.
I mean, some of the times that's how it works, and that's a damn shame. Can you imagine if they had like a longer program to run with each other?
Yeah, like I'm very disappointed they never did the WrestleMania 13.
Yeah.
Wasn't that because Shawn wouldn't do the?
Yeah, hey.
No, hey, he lost his fucking smile, guys.
We don't get to watch this, but Brett cuts a scathing promo on him during WrestleMania. You and your pussyfoot injury. Oh, that's so good. That's worth watching that shitty WrestleMania Taker match.
Oh, here we go. So the match never even started yet, correct?
No, they didn't ring the bell.
Never rang.
Which is weird because they fucking should. They're in the ring,
yeah.
So the bell should be ringing right now, but they're doing this so they can go out and fucking hammer each other. Is it me or is the quality like really, really good?
It's good quality. Well, cause yeah, the last time it was like in 2x2.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, and last time we didn't take any breaks when the video was lagging. So
that's right.
Fucking Shawn can sell.
You know what? That over the top rope bump looks bad, but like I've taken that a few times. It's not as bad as you think. You just need to fly over it with confidence. Because if you like hesitate for a moment, you'll fuck your shit up.
Brett just knows how to throw those punches.
Brett probably has one of the best punches in the business. I love it when you have like a really unique punch where he kind of hammers him with the bottom of his fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way he throws his hair.
I've always loved how he threw his punches, his kicks.
Yeah, he made it look so real, but he never hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy how they just went into the fucking lion's den. Look at that.
Yeah, like he's already gotten soda thrown on him, yet they're like, yeah, let's go into the crowd. And like, oh yeah, the crowd's pulling on him. Look, that one, they got to pull that one fan away.
I'm thinking Brett was, I'm pretty sure Brett is general in this match, right?
Yeah.
It's usually the heel.
So, yes.
Oh, usually the heel?
But usually the heel does, but because
But it's fucking Brett. I don't think Brett lets anybody else general his matches.
I wonder what Vince was thinking when this shit was going on. Like, oh my god, they're gonna fucking kill him. I wonder if they thought like, oh, we gotta get back in the ring.
But like, I'm convinced.
Idea.
I'm convinced this was Brett's idea to go out here because he wanted Shawn to get out there with the fans and get kind of tagged up and lit up by the fans for a bit.
Fucking potatoes, yeah.
I can't hurt Shawn, but the fans can.
When Brett ripped out that chunk of his hair.
This is an unsafe working environment. Oh boy.
Well, as soon as you're like, yeah, the quality's not there. That's pretty good.
My dog is going bananas in the background. I apologize. He's battling my son. What's he choking him with?
American
flag thingy.
Is it? Oh, okay. I was like,
there's stars and stripes.
There's a lot of speculation. It will be his last match. What the fuck? Because I remember hearing this was going to be his last match during the pay-per-view, and now they're calling it speculation.
Because he's still under contract till December, I believe.
Yeah, if he's still contracted, why would they make it his last match?
Yeah, there's a lot of it that just doesn't make sense about the whole thing.
That's why Scott Hall to this day. Scott Hall still claims that this is all a work. It's all a work. That everyone is in on it, including Hart.
Whee!
Scott Hall believes that Bret Hart was sent to WCW to destroy WCW. Which is
Jesus.
the dumbest thing you could ever
Yeah,
think.
that's the fucking
Dick Kick
kettle
City.
calling it black, whatever the fucking phrase is.
Scott Hall is my brother's favorite punch. I know because he used to use them in real fights.
Yeah, I remember hearing the story about the slap.
It works. It works.
And the funny
And I
thing
won the
was,
fight.
I was the only one that knew that was a wrestling punch. Everybody else thought he slapped the guy because, like, as an insult. Because he blocked the punch. Like, he blocked the punch the guy threw, like, Razor style, and then did the fucking wrestling stomp. And, oh! And they're like, oh! And I'm like, oh my god, you just threw a worked fucking punch in a fight! And it worked. No, he won the fight. And the guy, like, ended up apologizing to him later. They kind of became friends for a little bit afterwards because he got fucking humiliated. Because everyone known the guy who got slapped in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I just want to let the audience know that Luis and Angelo used to think wrestling was real and would pile drive each other.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh. Even when me and my brother thought wrestling was real, our scripted fights were still scripted fights. And if anyone actually got hurt, we would laugh.
Like, we would, the things that we'd hurt each other most, we were actually probably more MMA than actually MMA because we would only do submissions to each other most of the time for victories. We'd never let each other pin each other or whatever.
Yeah, my sister would get sharpshooters and Boston crabs.
You're like 5 years older than your sister.
2. That's why I couldn't watch wrestling.
Oh, oh
my brother's
shit!
friend always used to come over when we would do matches. So there was always 3 of us. We always had the same storyline. It was always the same storyline. It was like the 3 of us, and everyone would have a belt at some point, and someone would turn on someone else. And all I remember is one day we were doing the finish on one of our matches, and the guy who was the referee, for whatever reason, threw his leg out. It was in my brother's bedroom, and he had a metal desk. And for whatever reason, on this count, he just like kicked up really hard, kicked the desk. And all 3 of us just started losing our shit. I'm on my back getting pinned by my brother, like about to like lose the title or something. And he's like, 2, and as he goes down for 3, you just hear, and you hear, oh, my fucking leg!
Hey, Weasel, you were praising these 2 working or whatever, and we've got 10 minutes of fucking walk-in brawl.
Dude, they are fucking going at. This is exciting. Did this go towards the match total?
The total time in the match? Yeah.
Yeah. The bell didn't ring.
No, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Show
know
me
if
the
this
book of
counts.
wrestling. Show me the book of wrestling. You guys hear the story about that?
No, what's
Apparently,
the book of wrestling?
Vince ordered somebody, we need a book, something with all the rules for wrestling
Oh,
that we can reference or something like that. And some idiots took the project on, and a week later, here you go, Vince. He's like, what the hell is this? It's the book you wanted, the rules of wrestling. Oh, hell, I don't need that. And he threw it in the trash.
I remember being a kid, and when they said, that's a win for the record book, I thought that was a real record book.
Yeah. Everybody thought there was a real record
Like,
book.
as fans, we would keep track of this shit, because we would like, that's how you kind of know.
Monsoon and Jesse the Body would always talk about the winner's purse or the champion's purse.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he may have lost the match, but he'll still get his purse for being the Intercontinental Champion. Or...
Did they ring the bell yet?
They did. They just rang it. So the match is officially underway. Feels like Shawn was saying something to Brett. Couldn't tell.
Yeah. Ooh. I like the. I've always liked Bret Hart's ring gear. I think it's the top. Definitely top 5.
It's definitely the perfect medium between professional and showy. It's just like carny enough to be unique, but it's also got that air of I'm a legit badass and I will break you in half.
Yeah, it might be my nostalgia, my little kid.
I'm not, like, despite Hogan being my favorite wrestler, I'm not a big fan of just the tights and the boots. Like, Hogan's look is iconic, and that's iconic to him, but, like, I think Shamrock did a little bit better because he had the fucking leg guards on, so it looked more like a shoot as, and they had the gloves with the pads on it, like MMA style. I don't know. That's a good question. What are you guys' favorite ring gear?
Call me traditional, but I like the traditional trunks, but like some of the guys that use the kick pads, I think that makes it look a little bit more like the Japanese style.
I've always liked like CM Punk. I've always liked his trunks.
I think Angle wore the classic singlet the best because he's like a legit wrestler.
Yeah, he brought being an Olympic hero. He really brought legitimacy with the singlet.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn was always unique too, I think.
Shawn's gear was very fitting for him. I don't think Shawn could have ever done classic trunks.
No, absolutely not.
No.
You know what's funny is I never realized that wrestlers wore certain trunks or certain wrestling gear based off of their body types or what their like workout regimen was. Like I always wondered why Bret Hart wore what he wore is because he didn't have like a 6-pack abs, right? And Shawn's wearing long pants because he doesn't do a lot of squats.
That makes sense,
dude. Okay, I don't know where this rumor came up. Fuck squats, okay? Because every time I went to wrestling camp every day, you had to do 100 squats for training. And then they'd be like, all right, guys, let's roll around the ring. But, like, I can't fucking walk. I'm going to injure somebody. Give me a few minutes. This is awful. And then the trainer guy told me, it's like, hey, are you working out between camps? I'm like, well, no. I'm doing weightlifting and stuff, but I'm not doing this. He goes, okay, that's why you're burning out. Okay, this should be your warm-up to you. You shouldn't be burnt out. And that got me to, do fucking 50 squats every day up until
to get ready.
But you don't know how important your legs are in wrestling. Like, they're the most important thing because you're always jumping.
Yeah, you have to have a psycho. Oh, you have to have a psycho boot camp. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Ah!
That's a disqualification.
Yeah, that's true.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
It's fine. It's championship. Yeah, championship rules. Championship rules.
There's no disqualification in championship rules.
Champion's advantage.
Oh.
That's WWE term now.
Brett should have been the winner by disqualification and retain the title.
After this, when does Brett cash in his championship rematch? I got Brett.
I love this fucking. I love the elbow. What's he gonna do? Yep, there. Oh, I love that.
I love how wrestlers who don't ever go off the top rope will try to go off the top rope for a spot and then just to fail.
Yeah, it looks funny. Yeah. People that don't go to the top just look funny, like Ric Flair. Until he finally got it.
I know, Ric Flair that's his spot though. He goes to the top rope to get
never to
thrown
fully
off.
commit to the top.
Well, no, Flair would do a top rope knee drop. Am I wrong? On a downed opponent, he would do the rolling knee thing, right?
Yeah, but I think what he would do is he wouldn't get fully on the top rope. He'd get like one leg up there, and then he would jump off of that leg.
Right. Yeah, but he still would do it. I'm just saying, like, at least he committed to the bit.
Later on, it was just he would just get caught.
Yeah.
He'd always get caught.
You know, this is funny. This is not their best match, which is a shame. Because their Survivor Series match in '92 was really good. So if you guys haven't watched that.
I remember a little bit about it, yeah. I think this match was just like the shock and awe.
I mean, ooh, that was pretty good. You don't see Brett do moves like that before. And it's weird to see Shawn bumping like he does for Brett.
Yeah.
Because he usually bumps like that for like bigger opponents and stuff.
sensing that Bret Hart was going to start to soften
And that whole
up Shawn's
'92
legs.
Survivor Series was like
Michaels up for the
first
sharpshooter.
because of Warrior.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be a different pay-per-view altogether, but him and Bulldog decided to do steroids. You mean it's a violation? He's like, you know, Vince is not here, right? He's in court. Ooh. That's why, you know, I found out that's why they brought Bob Backlund back in 1993, because he represented a clean cut, no drugs, no juicing, white meat baby face that they could kind of promote for the company.
And then that failed, so they turned him heel.
Oh, he was a good heel though.
Oh, he was a great heel.
That chicken wing was
still not as good as Owen Hart. Owen Hart in like 93, 94, 95 was tops heel.
Oh, the Owen Brett feud '94, top notch.
Fabulous.
Shit they did that Vince didn't want to do.
Yeah,
Kicked your leg out of your leg. When we watched that pay-per-view live and we had the VHS recording, my brother wanted to keep rewinding it to that part just to hear Owen say that. He loved that bit.
Yeah, I used to do that too. Bret Hart didn't start doing this till he turned heel, right?
He did it when he came. I think he started doing it when he came back.
This?
Yeah, I thought it was really unique. Yeah.
The figure four?
On the rope, around the.
Yeah, when he came back, he started doing it. He did it to Austin in Survivor
Series. Yeah.
And he did it again in WrestleMania.
Yeah, when he had his turn, he used it more regularly.
Bret acted pretty heelish after he came back. Like,
yeah, he
did.
Showing
those tendencies.
And he was mad about that because he's like, "You fuckers like DX." Ooh.
Here's what I understand. Bret had a wide arsenal of moves, but like the sharpshooter was a back move, and he only had like 2 moves that affected the back. He had the backbreaker and the Russian leg sweep.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny when you think about it.
Psychologist, he didn't really have.
Maybe he just crossing the legs made it hurt.
Well, I mean, you know what? I'll take it back. Maybe it's because when you beat the legs up, you can't use the legs to like. If you're getting the sharpshooter, what's your first reaction? I'm gonna wiggle, kick my legs to get out of it. But if your legs are all fucking jacked up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh.
It's like what I liked about the Hangman Page versus Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan just totally worked on the fucking arm, so he couldn't hit the lariat.
Oh. If Bret just stands up and does a front flip, Chris, it'd be over.
Yeah, dude, that's the best fucking move. I don't understand.
He told me this move, and I tried to show him with fucking action figures what would happen to you if you tried it.
If anybody is watching this and you do graphics design, call me up for 3D graphics so we can make it and I can show you guys how it works.
Through 3D graphics.
Oh,
yeah, like a video game.
Who's tuning in? What Chris Weasel is trying to portray is you set somebody up for the figure 4, you wrap your leg around, but instead of falling on your back like you should, you lean forward and do a front flip with your legs still intertwined.
No, Chris.
That's why you do fucking. That's why you do fucking squats.
No.
You would have come out in a fucking wheelchair for the next match. You would have ended up like Draws, Be My Guest.
Oh no, that's a bad angle of the punches. Oh, there he goes.
That's probably the last time he does that well.
Yeah, because he starts hurting his back after that.
Yeah. Vintage Bret.
It's so funny when you see them take all these big, heavy-hitting moves or whatever, and it's like the little things that like permanently injure stuff. Like that hit on his back when up in the Royal Rumble, which we'll get to eventually. that's like that does Shawn in, but when you watch it live, you're like, oh, that like looks like it barely grazes him.
Yeah, he was fine like the next day or something, or like a couple hours later, and then the next morning.
Or maybe
Back, you know, that's all it was.
Or maybe he was fine. He's just being a pussyfoot. My back, my back.
Is able to kick out so many of these 20,593
Oh, here's the back
Would
breaker.
you say he lost his smile?
Oh, totally. No, actually, he might have got it because he was on a bunch of fucking Percocets.
See the first word of that perk. He was perky.
Yeah, he was fucking on a different place. He was actually on. Oh, he was actually on. He was actually on cloud 9.
It's funny because we were just saying about people who don't go off the top rope. Brett never goes anywhere off the top rope. He has the second rope. That's his rope.
Yeah.
What's he doing on the top rope? Poor Earl paid the price.
And look at how fast Earl's getting up. Usually after the bumps, they don't get back up.
Well, you know what? The refs stay down for as long as they need to. Oh, shit. That was the setup. Here we go. Here it is, boys. Oh, my God. I know what happens. Earl is too dazed. He doesn't
Brett's going to get out of this one. He's going to get out.
Brett nodded yes. He nodded yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Earl Hebner, I like how he waves his hand and he's like, fuck this.
Holy shit. Wow, Brett knows.
Sean doesn't. He's confused. Sean's confused.
Get the fuck out of here, Sean.
Sean's confused my ass.
Oh,
look at him.
Holy shit, right in his face. Some yim yam in the crowd. There's that NWO shirt. And now, Vince, what happened? What'd you do? I guess I'll go get the belt. Fuck. Damn it. I didn't want to win this way.
Yeah, didn't want to win this match or the title.
Wow. They are pushing him out of the building.
Yeah, go, 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 go. That's crazy when you think about it.
Shit. Holy fuck.
And Undertaker was at fucking Gorilla, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they actually removed him from Gorilla, and they had to. He was in front of Vince's office.
Okay, so that would have been like, oh, imagine Undertaker right there. What the fuck was that?
Oh my god.
Yo, he'd get his Undertaker would get his gavel out.
Wow, guys.
Wrestle court.
That was the Survivor Series pay-per-view. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of, I don't know.
It
I
was
mean,
a rough start. It was, but the matches progressively got really, really good. Once we got to that Mankind match with Kane, that was
match of the night. Honestly, that was match of the night. Was that?
Yeah, we were popping for that. That was really, really good. And the Shamrock traditional match, you know, the 4-way that got Shamrock over like a beast, that's what I was supposed to do. But all the stuff in between, you know, just the build up to it before, was pretty rough to get through. I can't imagine why WWE was losing during this period, guys. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on it. They had the talent. They had the stars. But
it was a terrible start. Terrible start to the pay-per-view.
I mean, gun to your head, guys. This is what the whole pay-per-view is about. This is what it's known for. Is this controversy. I mean, what do you guys think? If you guys were Vince and this was you, what would you guys have done?
I mean, probably.
Really? I mean,
I mean, it's my company. I'm losing money. I'm at my wit's end.
But Brett
I ain't
doesn't
got
have
nothing
to walk
going
out
on.
with the. Vince's fear was Brett was going to walk away with the belt. Put Taker in
Vince
Gorilla.
paranoid.
Get security.
Give me the belt, Brett. Hand it over.
Yeah. It was simple as that. Vince was paranoid.
Brett. Vince didn't need to screw Brett. Vince wanted to screw Brett. Okay.
Yeah, he was influenced by Hunter and Shawn. Period.
It
was Hunter and Shawn.
It was Hunter's original idea.
Oh, was it?
Because Hunter was the one who goes, he doesn't want to do business. You make him do business.
Yeah, we'll do business for him.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I was Vince, you know what? I fucking, man, I keep switching my mind on it. Because on one hand, I feel for Vince, but I mean, you got to be in a state of mind because there had to be another way. If he was still under contract like Bischoff said, there's no way he could have done that because they're already in so much fucking litigation.
And Brett has said from day one he would have dropped the belt like the next week or the next time they were in the U.S. wherever to whomever. It was just Shawn. He just didn't want to drop it to Shawn because Shawn didn't have the respect that Brett wanted him to have for the situation. Shawn legit said to him, "That's cool and all that you're gonna do this for me, but if the tables were turned, I wouldn't do it for you."
Right, and for that, honestly, I don't agree on that with Brett. Like, at the end of the day, they're telling stories. This is all fake. It doesn't fucking really matter.
That's true.
But Vince contractually gave him reasonable creative control, and he was like, "Look, I want to go out the way I want to go out. I've done the work. I've been loyal to you, Vince. I'm doing all this stuff nice. I'm leaving for WCW at your behest. I canceled the contract, which I could have legally sued you for and gotten my money for. But like, he did everything Vince wanted, but it wasn't fucking enough." And
now I'm switching my mind because now I'm thinking, Bret Hart is his biggest mark.
What a shock!
It's kind of like, you know what I mean, when you think. I mean, it goes back and forth. You know, it's just like, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, it is just a job, and it's like a TV show.
Here's what it is these guys live pro wrestling. That's what they do. Vince, Shawn, Brett, they live it. This is their life. Yeah, it's predetermined, it's scripted, whatever terminology you want to use. At the end of the day, because this is all they know, everything within their world feels like it's the end of days. Well, Brett's like, I gotta honor this tradition of carniness and do the right thing and da-da-da, and it's all about respect. Shawn's a whole different story. Then you got Vince, who's got to think about, okay, well, I can't do this, and it's gonna make us look bad as a company, and I gotta do something. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. But in the end,
but you said you'd do it.
It doesn't mean I would want to do it. I would have done the same thing.
There are a dozen different scenarios you could have done to make it work without having to screw Bret Hart. The only reason he did it is because he wanted to do it. He's like he felt some antagonism toward Bret, and he just wanted to fire off at him. Like, that's what I felt. And then he tried to play the fucking victim afterwards. Black eye.
Well, that's a narcissist for you, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But it's just funny thinking about it. If what would have happened if they did it differently, the Vince McMahon character doesn't get made.
Oh yeah,
and there's a lot of things that come out of that.
I mean, we could play armchair GM and just see the different path that WWE takes. But it's weird. They're like, this is where the Mr. McMahon character is born, and we just we watch through it, and I'm wondering if this is how. This is really the genesis of the Mr. McMahon character, or does it come in somewhere else?
Because
no one else no one else is painting him as the bad guy because no one else knows he's the owner.
Exactly.
Everyone thinks he's the announcer.
I never knew.
I didn't know he was the owner until this stuff.
As a kid, I never fucking knew that he was behind the.
I thought Jack Tunney owned the company.
Yeah, fucking Jack Tunney.
Funny Jack Tunney.
Well, Jack Tunney was the president. You knew he was in charge.
But we never knew who owned the bitch.
You never knew who owned the company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Very shocking
fucking
revelation.
Jack Tunney.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys.
I always thought it was like, as a kid, I thought it was like the NFL and like that there were multiple
owners.
I don't know, owner. Yeah, like there was. I guess now you would say shareholders because now that's what they have.
Yeah.
Stakeholders, like that. And that's why they would have a president. Like that's why I felt like there was a president. Is there was someone that was representing the people that had the interest in the company? Because like the NWA, remember, was like it was a conglomeration of all the territories. It's like each person owned their own territory. But ultimately, this was the body, and there was a panel, and they decided who the champion was. But with WWF, like Jack Tunney was the president. I always felt like there was, other, like that there was something else. Like there was multiple owners, or there was a reason why there was a president. Not just because there was one owner. I thought that it was because we thought it was real in a sport.
Yeah.
So it felt like there were multiple stakeholders, and that's why there was one president who foresaw it all.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there is. Well, we've soon learned there is one owner, and it's Mr. McMahon.
And you don't cross the boss. That's for
you
sure.
don't cross the boss.
Oh, I'm looking forward to when we get to that stuff, but it could be a bumpy road ahead. Well, this is just the start of our journey, ladies and gentlemen. The Dudes with Attitude we're gonna relive the Attitude Era one show at a time, and this is up but the first. And I hope you stick along and take the journey with us and share your comments and maybe relive some of the fun memories or groan at some of the bad stuff we may come to see in the coming weeks as we do the show. But we encourage you guys to tune in. If you guys have questions for us, stuff you want us to read on the air, talk about, send it to dudeswithattitudepodcast@gmail.com. Ask anything and we'll read them on the air. Anything else left, guys, before we sign off for the show? Final thoughts about Survivor Series and where we're going from here?
Shawn screwed Brett.
What? Bullshit.
Didn't Shawn admit it? Like, I screwed Brett later.
Yep.
Yeah,
He did
because
it in a promo.
He didn't admit that he screwed him, but when they asked him, did I know? And he's like, yeah, I knew.
Yeah, because he fucking turned Christian.
They told me.
And fucking God made him do it.
God.
The only way into heaven is to tell the truth.
Wow.
That Shawn Michaels was not going to heaven.
Well, now he is because he changed.
Wow, Vince is going to be in hell for... God, he's going like the deepest layer of hell, that son of a
Oh,
bitch.
yeah, he is.
Vince is going to be the right-hand man of Satan.
Hey, but he has good company.
He's
with
going to
Eddie
wrestle
Guerrero.
Satan for control. Vince McMahon's dream is to book hell. I bet you if he had a dream, like, all right, Hitler, get in the ring here.
No, you know what Vince's hell is going to be? Is Vince is going to be in Brett's shoes, and Satan's going to be Vince, and it's just going to be a repeat of being screwed over and over and having to live that.
That'd be an interesting topic to talk about. But that's the story for another time, guys. So we'll wrap up the first show here. Thank you guys again for tuning in. The Dudes with Attitude podcast for the magnificent one, Brett Evers, the supreme submission machine, Angelo, and No Ego, Weasel Magnific. I am the good Dr. Legend. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.